Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is the live watch along, it is Rangers, it is Liverpool. We are here for you, hopefully to help you celebrate the goals, but we're here to commiserate you if the worst should happen. I'm Chris Pajak, that is Errol Smith. We're going to be with you all the way through till the end of the match and beyond. Twinning, as I fucking love that comment, to be honest with you. If you're on Twitter and you're joining us now, get over to youtube.com/the Redmen TV and come and join us for the watch along. It promises to be a good night. Napoli have beaten Ajax by 4-2. That means that we are, if we win, 6 points ahead of Ajax with 2 games to play. We've seen
we need team. That. That's the scenario we need. Yeah,
absolutely. We've seen the team now. We'll get that in front of you right now. We can put it on the board or we can put it on my iPad screen. It doesn't really matter. So we've got Alisson in goal. SofaScore have got it lined up as Joe Gomez, right back, Canate, Virgil van Dijk, centre halves, Kostas Tsimikas from the left. They've got us a 4-3-3 with Fabinho flanked by Henderson and Harvey Elliott, Firmino on the right, Carvalho on the left, and Darwin Núñez up front. That says to me, Errol, that they probably don't watch a lot of Liverpool, because I think everybody's kind of thinking this 4-2-3-1 formation at the moment. You had it lined up on the board actually pretty well. The midfield three was Fabinho and Henderson, Firmino in front of him, Harvey Elliott off the right, Carvalho off the left, and Darwin Núñez up front. Are you comfortable with that as the formation?
As the formation, yeah. As I say, I've still got reservations over the attackers, just because I know we said before that there's, it's almost free hit for them. We're not expecting too much. I still think that they don't pose as much as a threat, obviously, as the likes of Salah and Diaz. They've got big boots to fill for us tonight. But as a formation, I think that's the one that Jurgen Klopp's kind of put his faith in at the minute, as to say that's probably our best chance of grinding out results and building a little bit of momentum, especially through this tricky period where there's so many games coming so fast. The last thing you really want to be doing is chop and changing your formation from a Sunday to a Wednesday to a Sunday again. You want to kind of keep and get that consistency going. So fingers crossed that we do see the formation that we've kind of speculated. But look, I think the most important thing for us tonight is the result, Chris. I think you mentioned there at the top of the show that Napoli have went on to win. So the ideal scenario for us is getting 3 points out of this game and then having 2 games to the good to really just sow up the Champions League. We're not going to catch Napoli now. They've had a fantastic start and they are deserving, I'd say, quite clearly, of being top of this group. But by going through a second and trying to get it done in match day 5, I think that would be a huge sigh of relief, all things considered, for where we're playing at the minute.
Absolutely. Let's have a little look at Rangers, because it looks like, again, according to SofaScore, don't know this for a fact, but according to SofaScore, they've gone 4-2-3-1 and probably matched up with us in some ways. So they've got Tavernier off the right, Goldson, Davies again, Barisic, Jack Lundstrom, and not Jack Lundstrom, it's John Lundstrom, Ryan Jack and John Lundstrom as the 2 midfielders, behind Sakala, Arfield and Kent, who we know so well, right behind Kolak. So what do you think Rangers' game plan is, Errol? Because it's going to be loud. It's going to be really loud in Ibrox. Obviously, they couldn't probably play that 5 at the back. It didn't work out for them. They need to go and try and get some points in this group. Is it all out attack and use the crowd here?
Well, yeah, I think the crowd's always going to be a big factor, but I think they're going to be a lot more direct. I think they're going to try and... The one area of the 4-3-3 at the minute is that teams have been able to expose the midfield and just completely bypass our midfield and just get straight to that back line and just put them under the cosh. I think they will try and look to do that. Again, I think teams again will take comfort of how quick Arsenal's start against us was the other day, and saying, this Liverpool team don't settle into games well. If we can get the crowd on their back and we can unnerve them and not allow them a second to really get the ball down and get their heads up to play sensible passes or move the ball quick with any real tempo, we can kind of ruffle some feathers. So I think their approach to it will be physical and be direct when we get the chance. Don't try to tick-a-tack of playing it out from the back and playing it around. Let's just get the ball and win up some yards up the pitch and try and get bodies forward.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. I think they will be direct. I think the one thing that probably surprised them, obviously, it was Rangers when we changed the formation last time, wasn't it, for the first time? Yeah. And I think they didn't react very well, to be honest with you. And I think Van Bronckhorst, the manager, will have been unhappy that he probably didn't recognise that it was Kostas Tsimikas going forward, and it was in that game Trent Alexander-Arnold staying deep. So all their game plan was to try and get in behind Trent Alexander-Arnold with Ryan Kent. That didn't exist. Now, he didn't react on the day and play behind Kostas. Do you think maybe if we are playing the formation that we've played and Kostas is bombing around that left-hand side, we've got to expect Rangers surely to be attacking that space this time?
Well, it'd make the most sense for them to try and do so, really. But I've said it before, even when they started that game, they overloaded that side and tried to shoot the ball towards Van Dijk. And
from the kickoff?
From the kickoff,
what the fuck are you doing? What does that from the kickoff? You're mad.
So it was like, all right, well, good luck. So again, if they're almost in a dangerous precedent if they do that, and the first couple of balls just get ate up by Virgil van Dijk, who might be up for this game and be hungry for it back up in Scotland, and trying to win the favour of the Celtic fans back again and all that kind of jazz. If he just goes and does the business, they might become really discouraged from doing that for too long or trying it. So in terms of me, what I think there probably is through the middle, being really direct. And Fabinho hasn't been great for us. We know Henderson's not been playing the best football of his career up until now this season. I think going through the middle of them probably exposes if we get past those two holding midfielders, getting back into that back four, probably present them a good chance of being able to just cut us right down the middle, because we haven't looked like we can shore up a defensive line much this season, and that's what kind of worries me. It's like, it doesn't matter who seems to be brought into that defence, whether it is going to be Matip, whether it is Gomez or Konate, it's all looked a little bit shaky up until now. So hopefully, as I say, we can look defensively resolute and defensively sound, but I think from their perspective, if they don't get any joy down the left, I don't see why they wouldn't just go down the middle and just overload bodies.
I agree with you, mate, and I think, look, as Liverpool fans this season, the team's given us a couple of false dawns, hasn't it? Obviously the Bournemouth game where we just absolutely mauled them. Yeah, you've got to think, we've got to kick on from there. The Rangers game was probably the last one where I think we've got to kick on this time. At some point, if Liverpool is going to get into the top four, if Liverpool's going to go deep into this competition, which right now it doesn't look likely, to be honest, not from where I'm sat.
No, anyway. I wouldn't have us down as one of the favourites, not for this season's Champions League now.
Like, if you want to have a run in the Cup, like, what are Liverpool playing for? They've got to start playing today. Yeah. And it should have been last week, and it should have been the week before, but it's not. So it's got to be today, surely. They've got to, just have some pride, man. I mean, that second half against Arsenal, they wanted it more. And over the 7 years of Jurgen Klopp being here, no teams wanted it more than us. Consistently, every team right now seems to want it more than Liverpool Football Club, and that needs addressing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's because we're a big scalp for any team. If we get a result against Liverpool, and teams will do it, and this is why I think is a hard factor for the Liverpool side, any Liverpool side really, is the fact that teams are always going to want to beat you because you play for Liverpool, and when they want to come and play you, they're always going to put in that extra 10 to 20%. Back in the day, or not even back in the day, that season ago, 2 seasons ago, we just had to play at 100% because we were better and we was in form. So if we played at 100%, we would beat teams because our desire and our energy and work rate was there. But now I'm like, and I've said this to Steve on the shows, because we keep putting ourselves on the back foot and shooting ourselves in the foot by going 1 goal down in the majority of the games for the last 20 odd.
16 of 20.
Yeah, 16 of 20, we've done that. We're having to go and dig deep in that well. Game in, game out. At some point, the well's going to run dry because you haven't got it. And I think we've hit that patch where if it's not going our way and we don't take our chances, it only takes that one for the team to get us on that back foot. And then we're in a no-win situation because it's like we've left ourselves such a mammoth task now with X amount of minutes left to play to save a result and redemption ultimately. It's like, well, no, we're doing it the wrong way round. We need to go back to a little bit of gung-ho. We need to go back to a little bit of rock and roll footy, blow teams away, get control, blow teams away within 20 minutes, and then be able to manage your game. It's like we have to learn all that again. It feels weird because after the COVID season and everything like that, I felt like we naturally knew how to play football, but if anything's shown me so far this season, we don't look like ourselves. It looks like we've lost our identity.
Yeah, and then there's going to be people out there that disagree with me on this, right? And I don't think players are done at 30 years old or 31 years old. But what you've got to do when you do lose that little yard of pace, which I think it's fair to say, use the brain, use the experience. We don't look like an experienced side right now.
Not an experienced outfit, not at all.
Fucking hell, we should be.
Like, even the Barca team that was aging was an experienced outfit. They just knew how to win. They weren't asked, they just knew how to do it. Even when you've had the likes of Company before he retired for City, like he was just one of them. He could drag that entire team to a result because he knew how to win. You've seen it with Lewandowski at Bayern. You've seen it with Ronaldo for the last couple of years, wherever he's been and played his football. It's because he's got that understanding of my body can't do it no more. I'll just use my brain to be where I need to be a couple moments before the play gets there, or whatever it might be. They figure it out, and there have been so many good teams. That's why the Italians ended up winning the fucking Euros. Yep. That defensive line was just resolute and just know how to do it. Full and just on it. Do you know what I mean? They weren't the best athletes. They weren't like the young bloods coming through or anything like that. It was literally, we've been round the block. There's nothing you can do that we haven't seen before. And because we've seen it all, we're going to use it to our advantage and to your disadvantage.
Absolutely. So there we go. We're going to have a very, very short break just before the teams kick off. It is absolutely bouncing. There's Tifo. I'm sure there's some Liverpool fans booing the Champions League song. I'm looking forward to it. Very, very short break. Check out what you can get with Redmen Plus.
Hey everyone, what is happening? We have got an incredible, amazing, fantastic Liverpool streaming service for you. It gives you extra bonus Redmen TV studio shows, podcasts. We've also got documentaries, features, interviews. If you want to learn more about this wonderful football club that we all love, head over to Redmen Plus. It is just like Netflix for Liverpool fans. Fill your boot in your face, eyes and ears with redmenplus.com.
There you go, welcome back. Told you it was a short break, 2 minutes to kick off. There's all kinds going on at Ibrox now. A cordial greeting for Ben Davies from Jordan Henderson, who probably didn't remember that he was at Liverpool Football Club last season. It didn't look like they recognised each other. Well, I mean, Ben clearly recognised Jordan, but I'm not sure Jordan recognised Ben. Got a comment here in our Discord, is for Club Legends of Redmen Plus. Steve Ryder says, you're just being difficult and stubborn sitting in that seat. Come on, Redmen, let's get a nice win. I am not being difficult
let's settle it.
and stubborn here. Steve, think back to a wonderful goal that was scored by Liverpool's goalkeeper a couple of years ago, mate. Just think back, visualise Paul taking his top off.
But that's all you can remember from that clip, though,
What seat was he sat in?
Okay, that's a very good point.
That seat there.
Yeah.
I've always done watch-alongs in this seat. This was my seat. I got to choose. We got the two of them, and I was like,
Gifted.
I'm taking the Premier League Champions one. We switch it up when we're not doing watch-alongs, and I sit over there, and Paul sits over there. But for watch-alongs, I've always sat here. Check yourself. It's 50 seconds until the game kicks off. I will be with Errol all night long, baby. Looking forward to it, of course. It is... The team was out. It looked like Rangers were set up as the 4-2-3-1 according to BT Sports graphics. It looks like, according to BT Sports, that SofaScore lad knows his shit. And me and you, and all the Liverpool fans don't, because he's got Firmino right wing with Darwin Núñez and Carvalho on the left. Mr. SofaScore, I owe you an apology. You should be doing this job. I probably shouldn't be doing your job, but my word. So what was how did they have that lined up?
So they basically had Elliott on the left side of that midfield, and then Fab, and then they had Henderson on the right side of the midfield with Firmino on the right, Núñez through the middle, and Carvalho on the left. And I don't think that just doesn't feel right for me.
I'm going to tell you why it doesn't feel right.
Go on.
Because a left-hand side of Kostas Tsimikas, Harvey Elliott and Fabio Carvalho probably isn't what I think Jurgen wants to do in this game. I have set myself up for another fall here. The BT
I'm willing to fall with you.
We're all waiting, you know what I mean? It's mental. What's everyone saying in the comments?
So we've got people saying, nah, that can't be true. They're doing out-and-out wingers, not inverted.
Game is off. Ooh. Canate over to... I'm trying to work out. Henderson's on the right.
Oh, gosh, it might be.
I think Elliott's on the right there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Elliott definitely is on that right. He's definitely Henderson's on the left there.
In your face, SofaScore, bastard.
What was I going to say? So what was your score prediction then? Because I didn't get one.
3-1.
3-1?
What are you going for?
I'm going to go for a comfortable 2-0 today.
Everyone I know says, like, basically 2-goal clear advantage. Yeah. There you go. Harvey Elliott looks like he's playing right wing to me.
I told you, he does. I told you I was expecting the defence to play good, though. Hence why I've given us a clean sheet.
Okay, I like it.
And getting it good to bowl well, get a clean sheet in a bit of a cauldron.
It sounds loud, doesn't it? Carvalho's definitely playing off the left-hand side there. And you know what? he's gone on a nice little run, nice little ball from Kostas Tsimikas. Firmino was involved earlier on in the play, of course. Looks like Fabinho and Hendo are a two.
Though. It does, doesn't it? I was going to say, it looks like the double pivot.
I think it's 4-2-4, mate, or 4-2-2 being wide and 2 Bobby Firmino and Nunes being central.
I absolutely love that formation on FIFA.
Oh, Hendo's just absolutely rinsed him. Sent him for the Glasgow Echo, if there is such a thing.
Glasgow Gazette.
Glasgow Gazette. Oh, I love the alliteration.
Thank
you. Like it was fucking written by a Marvel man. Harvey Elliott's on the right hand side. Did you notice there's like I alliterated while I said it?
Yeah.
Marvel man. Loved it. That was not meant at all. I'm not that clever. Scott Hawks, $25. Thank you so much, Scott. Not sure I agree that we don't want it as much as we used to. More we want it and don't know how. Players are on their last legs and other players are trying to make up for it badly. The lack of midfield options is killing us. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Like, but this is the thing because...
But Jürgen referenced that before and said there was the Ox, there was Jones, there was Thiago.
Oh, sorry, Canate with a hefty challenge and a foul.
He basically names 6 or 7 midfielders and goes, what is it that we don't have? And I'm like...
Fit players?
Yeah. Players that are available, players that can actually make a bit of a difference in a game at the minute. Because... Or a player that's in form, because I can't tell you one of our midfielders that are actually in form or have had a run of 4, apart from Harvey Elliott when he's been deployed there, have had a run of more than 4 games in form so far this season.
Absolutely. So
I don't want no Mbappe chat in the chat. Sorry,
okay,
I'm putting a ban on that.
We're doing that at half time. Joseph Kiffin says we've survived the first minute without conceding. Yes, Mr. Scooty 1960. 1-0 down yet? Phew, no. It's good when we don't concede early, but it's still early doors and we're not through the first 20 yet. But it still looks like a 4-2-4 to me, or a 4-2-2-2. And it looks to me like Harvey Elliott's playing off the right, Carvalho off the left, Nunes and Firmino up top with Henderson and Firmino. I'm coming back to your midfielder conversation, and we will commentate when things are happening, of course. I thought he'd change the formation because he doesn't have any fucking midfielders, to be honest. He's basically got 3 lads who can do 2 jobs, because I don't think Harvey Elliott can play in a 2-man pivot. I don't think Carvalho can play in a 2-man pivot. So you've got Henderson, you've got Fabinho, and you've got Thiago at the moment, haven't you? And that's kind of it. And the ball over the top there behind Joe Gomez. So Ryan Kent, he's got it. He's standing Joe Gomez up. He cuts inside and back.
That's nice. That working together. A little bit of teamwork. Harvey Elliott there on that right hand side as well.
Hendo's now out with the press, and he's asking for his mate Bobby to come in, but he doesn't. Big ball over the top.
That's a big switch towards that left hand side. That's a fantastic ball. Fuck me.
Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, it's a poor shot.
Piss
what we would call in school a P-roller. Into
Fashion Junior. That's a book. A switch and a half. That.
It's a brilliant ball, isn't it?
It's a brilliant.
He's going to be really disappointed that he didn't get his shot off better than that, to be honest. And so he should be. Is that Sakala out there? Is he number 30?
I thought it was Fashion.
Fashion's his first name. Fashion Sakala. Fashion. So Bobby Fabinho out wide to Carvalho, who's got a couple of men around him. Nearly picked his pocket. Did pick his pocket. Now they're through the middle again.
I said that to you, mate. That's where I was worried. If they can just get straight through the middle.
But Harvey Elliott's come over again to help Joe Gomez on Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent cuts inside, whips it wide.
Wasn't a horrible effort though. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. The idea was there. And to be fair, mate, this is a lot more what I expected from Rangers. Start a lot quicker and be a lot more direct.
And get the ball to the lad who's the danger man, and Ryan Kent has been that for Rangers for the last couple of years, hasn't he? Obviously he's won a league over there, up there I should say nowadays, and you know, when they can get him involved in the game, Rangers look better, whereas it was about 40 minutes in when he got the first chance, I think it was at Anfield.
Yeah.
No, already he's had the ball twice and he stood Joe Gomez up twice. Now that is exactly what they want, is what the crowd want to see as well. Canate, a little push in the back there.
Gets away with it.
Nicely done. Virgil van Dijk's got it. Nice little ball into Carvalho, who's come deep for. He's got Kostas Tsimikas on his left hand side. He's got Darwin Nunes not making himself available. Gives it to Kostas. This is where I think we miss Andy Robbo. Yeah. I think he sometimes runs out of ideas, Kostas in that area. I think his delivery is absolutely brilliant, Errol. But Robbo is just all blood and thunder, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah, he's going to get down that left hand side every time. Here we go, Kostas again. What's he going to do? He's going to whip it in. Yes. Big ball in.
Good delivery. Oh! You just mentioned about the kid's delivery there, Pajak. Literally couldn't have timed that much better. Yeah, that's it sometimes. And when he hesitates, you know he's not going to put that early ball in. But then he knew exactly. He had a couple of yards before anyone was actually around him. So he knew the best thing to do was to actually get the ball into the box. And it almost pays off. Gets it into a dangerous area. Nunes is a couple of inches just under the ball.
So Rangers have the ball on the edge of their penalty area now. We've split it wide to the right back. It's a great press from Costas. Oh, it's unlucky. He's probably going to get there.
No, it just doesn't
it's Nunes, sorry. Nunes, sorry.
Bit of a naughty tackle, and the ref just telling him no.
It was late, wasn't it? He wins the ball, though, the Rangers man.
But
But he does follow through, you're right. 6 minutes, 34 seconds.
Still 0-0.
We're on to a winner. I've just had a Red Bull 0.
Wapo says, what's the formation? It does look as if it is. It looks like it's the 4-2-2-2. 4-2-2-2, yeah, at the minute.
Yeah, I'm comfortable calling that a 4-2-4.
Yeah, or 4-2-4.
Because they're just a little bit deeper than the two forwards, lads. It could even be a 4-4-2, you know. It might actually be a 4. No, they are ahead of Hendo and Fabinho, just
ever so slightly. Yeah, 4-2-2. When we haven't got the ball anyway, they are the whip.
That's the thing. When I did a stat show on Plus last week about the 4-2-4 formation, because I always thought it was a 4-2-4, although I realised and recognised that Jota's starting position was a 9, but when he picked the ball up he was very much in a 10. That's why I gave it to the 4-2-4, because I think your starting position tells you what the formation is, and where you find space is how you play the game. And I kind of thought to myself at the time, like, that it worked really well against Rangers, because one of the forwards lads was coming back into space and Trent was able to feed them the ball, and that's the type of thing that I think Liverpool need to do today. It's going to be more difficult, of course, without Salah and without Diaz.
I think it's going to be difficult to build through the field, but we haven't really got an out-and-out maestro in there, do you know what I mean? So unless those lads like Harvey and Carvalho start to like come inside to really try and create something, we're either going to have to move the ball very quickly onto those wings, or Henderson and Fabinho are going to have to step up into midfield a little bit further in and actually try and create something as well. So there's a lot of questions that really need to be answered. And again, as you said before, who's going to be the member, who's going to be the personnel that's actually going to step up and be able to do said job.
And we need to. And when I did that plus that show, actually, thinking back, we defended in a 4-4-2. Yeah. Even when Jota was really high up, it was Salah and Diaz's job to come back. So interesting to see what Jürgen says it is, what everybody else thinks it is online. It's good play by Fabinho. Wins the ball. It's a
Liverpool throw-in.
Yeah, good. 8 minutes 48 gone.
We'll take it.
Not the best start, quite even start so far, mate.
Yeah, a bit busy as well. So there's been a little bit stop-start. I don't think either team have really got into their rhythm or flow so far. I think Rangers have started a lot better than they started at Anfield. But again, what
a great ball by Alisson into Nunes. He's offside. Starting position wasn't right. He gets caught offside a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's got to improve that, mate, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just got to be a bit more strong. Because we will use him, especially because we've not really had someone like that as a target man. If we're going to aim the ball at you, you need to be able to be in play in order for it to be effective, because sometimes we may just need to move the ball up the pitch a lot quicker and be a little bit more direct, but we're doing that to play to your benefits. So if you're just sitting there off...
Canate gets a good header away.
Well played.
Bobby back defending, is it?
Yeah.
Nunes flicks it on
just about. Ooh, and now he's going to win the guy a free kick. That's a bit naughty, that, though, I think, ref. Because you didn't give Nunes one before. But virtually the exact same scenario. They both go for the ball.
Oh, come on.
And he gives that to the Rangers player. I think that's a bit naughty from a referee. Where's the consistency?
I fucking hate all that. Like John Lee David Blackshaw says 4-4-1-1. Think that's covered all setups. Errol and Chris, no more signs unless Errol does most of it and Chris can do the Galileo. You'll never walk alone. Okay?
Yeah.
You up for that?
Galileo.
No
more singing. Joe Kale says we still look a little bit disjointed in the middle of the park. Yeah, I think that's going to be the theme for a lot of Liverpool games. Or it's one that now. Oh, Canate passes a loose ball.
That's good.
But that's better.
Hendo, he's looking for a ball over the top, is he? Oh, he's looking for it inside to Nunes. Tried to thread the needle. Costas uses his body well there. Virgil van Dijk's over there to get the ball if he wants it. Yeah, he does want it.
What have you made of Virgil van Dijk's season so far, mate?
It's not been great, mate. I don't think... My problem is all of the players that I would consider world class are not playing at that level anymore. And that's why I'm so surprised that Harvey Elliott's been able to do so well, to be honest, because it's almost in spite of the good lads, the normal lads, the lads who've won everything. I've been really disappointed this season, and I'm verging on angry, actually, with the performances, because I feel like we've just been a little stupid. Like
naive,
like that's not us.
And it's one thing to be naive when you're playing with a bunch of lads you've never played with before, because you don't know their playing styles, you don't know what people are going to do when you've got the ball, the runs that they like to make. But the majority of this squad have been with each other for plus 3 years.
Yeah,
so there's no room to be naive with each other.
I knew Jürgen said, like, it's not that they've worked us out, everyone knew how to play us, it's that we've dropped off, and I can see that. Like, I mean, yeah, defences do eventually catch up, but for me, it's about desire, and I think they need to have some professional pride, to be perfectly honest with you, because I've not been enjoying watching our lads get absolutely rinsed.
No, by subpar teams, yeah.
No. What about yourself, mate? Do you think Virgil has done enough this season?
I don't. I've been quite critical of him, if I'm being completely honest with you, mate. Just in general, because he's... Oh, that's a good turn. That's a really good turn by Harvey
running through the middle. Little dink.
Oh,
Nunes!
Oh! Harvey, right through the middle though, mate.
Offside.
Oh.
I think it might have been Bobby that was offside. I think Nunes had the shot. I think he might have been alright.
Through the middle?
No, he's off.
He's off, yeah. Just a knee or something, it looks like. And he tries to play it back. Why doesn't he just take on the shot there and just put a foot through it?
He normally doesn't mind having a shot from
I know from that angle, he wants to get a shot off early, is his usual thought process. But yeah, back to Virgil. I had an original conspiracy about him having a bit of a caution about the World Cup, and that might have just been playing in the back of his mind. I just think now it's a case of, because everyone, as you mentioned, not playing world class, he's now suffering from everybody else around him playing subpar. He's not actually able to drag his level back up, which is a quality I didn't think he had. I thought he was kind of immune to other people's shit footy, and he was always going to be impervious. It's not worked out that way, and he's shown that he is definitely human. But I do think come the new year, we'll probably see the best of Virgil again.
I really hope you're right, mate. I really do, because we need him. We need him now more than ever. Like, you know, it's not about, you know, obviously today's game is massive for Liverpool and the Champions League hopes, but we just need to get up and running, and Virgil's a massive part of that. And I think for me, we've been too passive in the way that we've been defending.
There's not been enough aggression, and that's like one of the things that I've wanted from him. Even if you don't want to dive into tackles in that sense, use your body, be aggressive, make yourself look big, and in moments he's kind of and I wouldn't want to say as far as he's been a shrinking violet, but he's not been an ever present where he's that authority in the box or he's commanding, and I think that's what I've been a little bit disappointed by.
Absolutely, yeah. I think at some point, some little tiny part of me, and you know, again, people might disagree, but the way that Virgil defends and the way that he sort of, hang on, Rangers have knocked the ball over the top. It's gone over Gomez, actually. It's come to Ryan Kent. Gomez is touched tight to him this time. In the old days, we'd be shouting jockey him at him, but he wins the ball.
And wins a throw in the process.
No one shouts jockey him anymore, do they? It's all press this, press that. It's just a jockey.
Yeah. Literally.
And he did. He jockeyed him. He literally rode his back that time. Joe Gomez has got a great long throw, you know. Did you know that? He's got that in his locker. He's got the best long throw at the football club.
Yeah,
that's fucking huge, that, mate.
There was an example of it.
Here you go. What? Can you get the ball? No, you can't get the ball to Darwin. Virgil van Dijk. So on his defending stuff, I've got a theory that because he's so passive and he walks back and he forces the attackers to
make the first decision. Yeah.
I think they've all got that. I think they've all started to do that, and actually,
it doesn't work for anyone else.
It doesn't work for none of the others.
No.
They need to fucking tackle them. Rangers have kept the ball quite well here, you know. Oh, big long ball. It's a poor ball.
No, it's not. It's worked out to Ryan Kent, though. He was there. Had the little bit of
ball
space, he
in.
works the ball
That's
back towards the back post. Again, they're going to rescue it though, right on the byline. And this time Alisson is able to comfortably gather the ball there in his box. I think that's a really interesting observation, if I'm being honest with you, Chris, because you're probably right. I think the fact that a lot of them seeing Virgil come back was a huge confidence boost. And it's like, oh, we've missed that and we've had to do all this extra tackling. But when we've got him, we've kind of got this calm approach to us. And they want to take a lot of what he does in their under their wing, but it doesn't always work in that sense. And you kind of got to remember what made you a good defender in isolation, as opposed to all relying on what he does. Yeah, and I think that's probably quite a smart little observation there, because I don't think, as a defensive unit, any of them have really been aggressive enough.
No, absolutely, and showing some stats to prove that Liverpool maybe haven't been aggressive enough tonight. We've had more of the ball, 55% to 45%, but we haven't had any shots. Rangers have had 2. Oh, Rangers are through the middle here. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, and that one goal. Chris Pajak, how did I tell you?
You said it, through the middle, mate, and it's Arfield with the goal. It's a great finish, but that is fucking shit.
Piss poor. They've let the crowd get up for this. Look at them now bouncing. They've let them get up for it. They've let them feel like this game's alive. Look, I'm fed up of seeing them pull that face. Oh.
The cameraman's even fucking celebrating there.
I know.
The cameraman's fucking celebrating. He's
mocking us.
Absolutely fucking memeing us. Look at this. So we've got the ball, we lose the ball.
Who is it? Is that Carvalho that loses?
Arfield through the middle, mate. Joe Gomez, he's got to be over to that right-hand side. It's not Joe Gomez's fault. But Canate switches off to the man behind Gomez. Oh, man. This is the thing, Errol. The second balls, Liverpool have no desire to get to the second ball. No desire whatsoever to get to that second ball. We have the ball nicked off us, and then where is everyone? Fucking gone forwards. Stop playing the game in the other team's half when you've not got the ball. We need to start keeping numbers back to defend these situations, because it's happening time and time again, Errol.
Mate,
it's a great finish, by the way.
I'm fed up of being able to predict where we're going to be vulnerable and how and when, because I ain't got no coaching badges. Pajak, I'm not that guy. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a fucking tarot reader, but it's just glaringly obvious. If you can cut through the middle of our midfield right now and run at our defenders, they're not going to be aggressive. They're going to stand off you. They're going to allow you that space. And if you're brave on the ball, you can get a shot off.
Yeah. And it was a great shot. It was a great finish. Alisson, again, must be fuming in his defence, must be fuming in his midfield, because he's not getting any protection whatsoever. Scott Hawks has sent us a super chat there. We've finally tuned the engine that's blown a gasket, so the whole thing's faltering. Exactly the same as when we lost our defence with injuries. Jürgen will get us back on track. Would love to see FSG help him more too. I agree. I think we are blown a gasket big time. But right now, there's no reinforcements coming. We've got to work with what we've got. Jürgen needs to do something. And now needs to find something. We can still win this game, by the way.
This game's not done. Don't get me wrong. We just have to turn up, because so far, now you're looking at Rangers have had the well better start, mate. You were talking about possession before, but they've had 3 shots now and one of them's gone in. I think
they're playing with confidence as well. They're keeping the ball. And where's our press?
Non-existent right now. I think one of the things that we used to mention, and we used to be really, something that we was really proud of, was the fact that, when you're running at our defence, you get past Fabinho. If and when you get past Fabinho, then you've got to get past Virgil or Matip. If and when you get past Virgil or Matip, then you've got to get past Alisson. Right now, it just looks like you just cut through that middle. There's nobody there, and the goal is just open for you to just shoot at and say, go on, have some target practice at the best goalkeeper in the world, and make yourself feel good when you find the back of the net.
It's too easy, mate. You're absolutely spot on. There is no protection whatsoever. They're running straight through the middle of the park at us again. We're losing the ball in silly areas. We're not playing with experience, and we're not managing games in any way, shape or form at the moment. It's piss poor, to be quite honest with you. Absolutely fucking piss poor. God almighty. Fucking hell, mate. It could be a long night. Their ground looks hopping now as well. Look at this. Another ball in.
Oh. Better touch there, and he's in with a chance. Even me ma says not a good start. No, Christine Love, it has not been a good start.
Hello, Christine. Or as I call you, Errol's mum. Yeah. Hello, Errol's mum. Thank you for joining us. Oh, for fuck's sake, Joe! What's he... The fuck's he doing? He just played the 2 in the box. Did you see it? course you saw it. Your mouth is wide open.
Oh, I'm fucking shocked.
What
He's
the
let
fuck?
it go over his... He lets it bounce 4 times.
Jesus,
That's suicidal, that.
fucking lucky, that, mate.
Mate, the one thing I wanted... He said, what means more? That's not a bad ball down the line. Well done by Nunes. Come on, boys. Step it up here. Harvey looked like a bright spark before. I noticed someone say that in the comments. He did look like a bright spark for us. He wants to get on the ball. He's hungry. He's going to drive. Go on, lad. Go ahead, Harvey.
We've got Nunes to the right.
To get you. Good
uses
lad.
him. We've got Costas at the back stick. Doesn't use him. Tries to play the ball across. Doesn't. We've got Harvey Elliott at 1-2 maybe. No, he's gone round the outside. Harvey Elliott. Carvalho's come all the way across. Whips the ball in. Costas back stick. Nothing doing. Rangers have the ball and Fashions on his parade. Hey, do you like that?
I did. Oh, but he's given a loose ball away.
I'm pleased with myself. I like that one. Fabinho. Little 1-2 with Harvey Elliott. Back to Joe Gomez. Moving it slowly, probably to the left back. Oh, Joe Gomez. No. He's just Bobby. Carvalho out to Chimikas. We've got Nunes in the centre. We've got Harvey Elliott. He's not going to do much from across. But we've worked the ball to Fabinho.
That's a good ball by
Carvalho. Edge. Oh,
just couldn't get
better football, Errol.
Yeah.
Talk me through it. How did Liverpool build up there?
Moving with a little bit of tempo. We moved it out to that left-hand side, and then from the left-hand side, there was a few passes. We play it back in, and it looks like Carvalho just tries to whip it into that bottom corner, but he just can't really get the curl on the ball. He keeps it low as well. I think if he gets it on target, it goes in, because I don't think the keeper's going to get anywhere near it. And that's another thing that we probably didn't mention at any point so far in the show. The keeper last week was inspired, mate. He fucking played boss, and we haven't even had a shot yet. Oh, here we go.
Bobby.
Getting right.
Nunes. Oh, he needed the touch. He's got it still.
Oh,
it's a good defending. Was that Ben Davies? It was.
Last ditch. Oh, but Liverpool, the press is there this time. Come on. Feed him.
Edge. Little flick. Deflection for us. No. Oh, our ball. Comes off the goalkeeper. Does. Yeah, McGregor.
Looked a bit shaky there, McGregor, but
so
that was better.
I've got a comment in our Discord, Jake Liar, and I'm fully on board with this. The longer this poor spell lasts, the more I realise I didn't let myself enjoy last season nearly enough.
Mate, and I was anyone who knows from last season, Watchalong, I was telling you to enjoy it while it lasted, because I didn't know that this shit was going to happen, but I knew the shit of being on 4 fronts every single game of the season wasn't going to be a running theme. Like, it didn't take a rocket science to work that out.
I like us from corners, Errol. I think
this season, that's probably been our best quality all season as our set pieces.
Yeah!
That is why.
Come on, Bobby, lads.
Come on. That's why.
That's what we do. Chimikas from fucking set pieces is on point, mate.
Silly good.
Oh, I needed that, mate.
Talk us, Chris. Tell us mate, why you've enjoyed our corners this season.
Because we've been doing that every time. Every time we play shit, at least we look really dangerous. Like, Virgil van Dijk's on the end of so many of them. Bobby with a brilliant header from the near post.
That's another goal for Bobby this season. He's getting manhandled and jockeyed, as Pajak would say, and he still manages to find the back of the net. It's a great header. And you know what? That is probably the hallmark of why we are a mid-table team at the minute, because shit all over the place.
10th, but we're good at set pieces.
We're good at set pieces. That's what we've become.
Side. Oh my days.
That's what we've become, mate. Because we only scored set pieces against them last week. Oh, set piece FC, come on!
I'm here for it, mate. I'm fucking love a set piece.
Oh, mate,
love a set piece. But normally it is Virgil. We've obviously had Matip in there in good positions. Kanate's good at that, we know, but we've not seen enough of him this season. Bobby's just brilliant at, getting to that near post there.
Oh, well done.
Oh, here we go. Is that the confidence booster that these lads needed? It looks like they've woke up.
Hopefully. But I think even just before we got that corner, the keeper doesn't cover himself in glory when the ball comes out at him at a bit slow pace, but I think the way we pressed and attacked that ball to stop Rangers from getting out, that's what led us to have the opportunity in front of their goal anyway.
Costas. You don't lose it there again. Look, Fabinho's ahead of play. Firmino's screaming at Fabinho to get back.
Oh, well done, Bobby, lad. Yes, Bobby, lads. Go on, Bobby. Good
pass. Go on, Nunes.
Oh, it's a bit short. But Nunes, what's he doing? Why is he rolling around like a...
Oh, no! He's fucking crocked. He's crocked. Look at Hendo. He's crocked, Nunes. Oh, please don't be crocked. Don't be crocked. Don't be crocked.
Let's find out. Oh yeah, he's crocked.
It might just be a pain thing.
Yeah.
And if it's, hopefully it
Cass
is just a pain
in the middle
thing.
of that. Yeah, there. That's a sore one.
Yeah,
that's
it's
a sore one.
I don't think it's a
Yeah,
bad injury.
No, it's just a
On
sore
the
one.
Michael Owen visual pain scale, how many weeks out is that?
Not even. He's going to have to see.
Bobby, though.
Yeah, Bobby does it really well. Reads the ball really well and attacks it. Just probably plays him a bit short. The ball probably needed to go in front of him.
Oh, he's up.
But
He's not crocked. Sorry, everybody. False alarm. Oh, Jesus Christ.
But Bobby, again, showing his worth because a lot of people had ripped Bobby off.
Yeah.
But he's probably, aside from Harvey Elliott, another goal tonight, he's probably out in front as our best performer up front.
Is that his 7th
season.
goal? He's got 3 assists. He's been brilliant, to be honest with you. He's been fighting for everything. Can we have a song, actually? Is that okay?
Yeah, man.
Bobby,
you know what? I forgot I've been a resident DJ tonight.
I know,
and
you're
not
fucking
actually
shit at it, to be honest. But it's okay.
There you go. Because usually, don't want to just put it out there, but usually I'm in that seat. I only have to worry about the comments. But I'm having to multitask. And I did the board today for the first time. I made my board debut.
Oh, I'm going to get you a little Blue Peter badge, like a little Redmen TV badge.
Hey,
every time. Well, no, like Scouts, where you get the little fucking thunderbolt.
For all the shows that you do. Oh, mate, that'd be class. Get a little blazer at the end of the season.
You got to show them on yourself, though.
Get me mad to do that.
Christine can't be doing it.
She can. She likes to feel involved, Chris. If you haven't been able to tell by now.
Some of their fucking curry, lad. Steve Hall was talking it up big time in the office this week. Darwin Núñez has got the ball inside the penalty area. We'll talk about Curry later. Hendo loses it. Rangers. Oh,
Hendo
thank
wins
God
it
for
back.
that. Yeah, we've got the ball. I want some of this curry. Steve Hall was talking it up. He said it was absolutely fucking lovely. Little turkey curry in that he's had on the Watchalong. I see you brought me. Fuck all. Which was nice of you.
And I'm sorry for that. But no, I haven't seen my mother today, so there was no curry available.
Did not have shops in Chester you could have bought me a present in. Fuck's sakes. I'd Harvey Elliott with a great ball over the top to Carvalho. Oh, it's a yard too long. The vision, though.
Yeah.
Harvey Elliott again. Harvey Elliott and Firmino might be the two lads on the pitch doing bits.
Doing bits at the minute. Yeah, you'd think that between Harvey and Carvalho there'd be a little bit of a vibe for them to want to be able to play off each other at least, because they're both very similar profiles, similar ages, come from the same feeder club essentially, and they're both trying to make it into that first team. So, you know, sometimes like you start a new job and there's like a roster of new starters with you, and you kind of just buddy up for the first couple of months until you get your feet under the table. You feel like they'd have that kind of chemistry at the moment. So it'd be interesting to see how they play when they're on the pitch together, because I don't see them playing many games in the same starting 11, if I'm completely honest.
No,
so when they do, they've got to take the chances.
Yeah, they do. It's going to be difficult for them, isn't it? Right wing and left wing, but they look like they know where each other play, what the runs are that each other's going to be making. So maybe they've got that little telepathic thing going on. I'm going to get into some of the Discord comments for our club legends right now as Hendo plays the ball to Bobby Firmino, who goes down that right-hand side, looks for Joe Gomez, who's high, who's wide, plays the ball inside to Henderson. Firmino, nice couple of little touches. He's got 3 men on him. He somehow finds his way to Fabinho, loses out on the second ball. Carvalho's got it. Edge of the penalty area. He's got Chimicas left. Núñez running inside. Ball's behind him. I think it's Ben Davies with the clearance. Oh, little shoulder from Fabinho over to Costas Chimicas. Little 1-2 with Fabinho down the left-hand side. Hoofs it into the sky. Comes down with fucking diamonds. I'm going to get into the Discord. You find some nice little YouTube comments that we can talk about. Because obviously everybody was loving Bobby Firmino, of course. Frog saying Bobby Firmino looks so good this game. So good this game, which is brilliant. We look better now. Goal was a good spark, says Howdy. It's David that did the show with him. Week and a half ago. Nice guy.
Mate, I've got a few things to say, really. We are 1,000 subscribers away from that 500,000 mark. There are over 3,000 of you watching. If you want to see me and Pajak make history on Redmen TV tonight, that would be fucking boss. I'd love that.
Subscribe. Cost you nothing.
Cost you not a thing. Just subscribe. 3,400 of you. Less than 50% of you have got to do it.
Somewhere down there. Hit the subscribe button.
Do you know what I mean?
We'll do ASMR. We'll do the rest of the watch-along in ASMR if we get to 500,000 subscribers. In fact, we won't do the rest of the watch-along in ASMR if we get to 500,000 subscribers, we are going to do ASMR, aren't we, Errol? Until we hit 500,000 subscribers.
You know what to do. Like, comment and subscribe. I'm only messing. Anyway, guys, people think, what the fuck's happened to the sound on your telly? Or wherever you're watching and whatever your regional accent is. Surab Patil says, our midfield has been losing balls almost every single time. I would not just blame Van Dijk and other defenders for our form this season. Fab genuinely would not let half of those balls get near our defence. And that is very, very true. So thank you for the 200
rupees.
Are they rupees?
Yeah, or squiggles, it's up to you.
Yeah, rupees and squiggles. Love all of that. And then we've got a comment from Black and White 1865 YT with the £4.49 super chat. Thank you very much. Watching Nunes makes me miss Ngo and Verrodin.
Makes you what? You didn't say words.
Miss Ngog and Verrodin.
Oh my god, that's not fair, man. Vorodin and David and Go. No, he's not fucking Tash, that, you know. I mean, like,
that's savage.
That is the most cutting thing that's ever been said on Redmen TV. Congratulations. Yeah. You've done it.
Mad.
You've done it.
Mad. So, Ava Sanders says, Errol, you from Chester? No, I just work over there a couple of days a week. So that's where I was today before I got to the studio. We've got
Rangers are playing out from the back, by the way. Well, in fact, they're just playing it across the back line. You're not missing anything.
Yeah, so far. So who else we've got? Maxi Scott saying Nunes is just waiting for the chance to run in behind. Yeah. And Dermot Spollen says we need to invest about £250 million next summer. How much do you think, or how far are we from being back to where we was? Hey, Jack.
I think he's right, or she's right.
Yeah.
I think it might be... Oh, my God. Rangers, Joe Gomez got to deal with it. He does. I think he might be right. I think 250 million quid isn't far off. I think we need two midfielders.
Yeah, I'd agree.
One of them has to be 100 million. One has to be probably 80 million quid, something like that. And
that's just two. That's 180. That's nearly 200 mil there, gone. You're getting 3 players, really.
So where else? We've got to be looking surely
for another defender. You've got to see what Calvin Ramsey does this season to see whether he can actually challenge Trent on a long-term basis. If not, you're going to be looking at another
Rangers
defender.
With the corners, a good ball in. Canate deals with it.
Well played, and we'll get it out.
That's a nice ball, actually. Is that Ryan Kent over on the right-hand side? I can't tell. It's a great touch. He's inside. Harvey Elliott's got to deal. Jordan Henderson does.
Just a bit of communication there, boys. That'll do ya.
Kent, left-hand side. Nice little ball to the overlapping defender. Oh, it's a great ball by the defender. And there's Fashion on the right wing. Plays it inside. Back out to Fashion after the little 1-2. He's on the edge of the area. He's got Fabinho and he's got Darwin Nunes who comes back and wins the ball. Well done, Nunes. Oh, it's a terrible ball by Fabinho, but somehow Nunes rescues it. Bobby Firmino doesn't win the ball. Rangers got us pinned in the last couple of minutes. Yeah, so...
The man formerly known as LFCJ says with his almost £2 super chat 179, thank you. He says break the bank for Bellingham.
We've got to. I mean, if the rumours of Mbappe are to be believed, are you ready to be hurt again?
Oh mate, I didn't.
I'm ready to be hurt again. I'll go over the Mbappe rumours. I'm here to be.
Are you here for it? Yeah.
I don't mind. I'm a sucker for love.
Yeah, I get that. We're Liverpool fans. It's part and parcel of what we do in it. But I just can't get in. I can't get into it. He's proved this season like the contract and everything means fuck all to him. And if he's not feeling it, he's not playing. And we aren't in a position right now of a luxury to have that type of player around us. We can't go down that. It's not working right now. Let's go down the Galactico route and just buy the biggest, brightest new toy out of the manufacturing line to fix all of our problems, because we've seen it not happen for Man U over the last couple of seasons. True. They've got that transfer policy horribly wrong with some of those big signings. Di Maria, Falcao's, Pogba coming back. All of these big money signings just didn't work for them.
Do you put Mbappe... unlucky Carvalho. Do you put Mbappe in that bracket? Oh, he's tried his hardest to get the ball back.
I think the only thing that stops him from being in that bracket is because everyone expects him to be one of two of the best players in the world, him and Haaland. And I think I think his pride, if he was playing in the same league as Haaland, I think his pride would stop him from being a bum.
I think he just wants to win and play football. I think the rumours are that he's been lied to. They said they were going to invest. They said they were going to do this. They said they were going to do that. They haven't done it. I don't mind people having standards and holding people to account for when they say something and they don't do it. Yeah. I'm all right with that. I like to think of myself as someone like that in real life. If someone says I'm going to do this, I'll get annoyed if they don't.
Don't do it. But you'd almost think the same has got to be.
Sorry, Errol. Hold that thought, mate, because Rangers have got a free kick. Edge of our penalty area. It's whipped it into the box.
Oh, dangerous.
Van Dijk, it was Bobby Firmino.
Gets the first head.
No one called on ball.
And it's offside. That'll do.
Yeah, go back to your thought, mate.
No, I think the same could almost be argued for Salah, though. Because Salah, at one point, was and ahhing and said that, there has to be some major investment for me to want to stay on this project. And to me, just getting Núñez, Carvalho and Ramsey doesn't really scream major investment for me. And I don't know what the time span was, and that might be two different things. It might have been, over the next two big summer windows there will be, and that might be ultimately what I said, okay, that's fine. And Mbappe's might have been, we're going to do it this summer, and it hasn't happened. I don't know the intricate details to those kind of proposals or anything like that, but Salah's in a very similar situation where he doesn't want to be in a team that's going to stagnate. He wants to be a winner now. He wants to go on. He had his heart broken in the African Cup last season, and then he's not qualifying for the World Cup for this winter. He wants to win, and domestically all he can do is win either the Champions League this season now or the Cups. So I think we're in a bit of a weird situation where I think it'd be great to have someone like Mbappe, but it doesn't solve the immediate problems, which are the likes of our midfield. Oh, what kind of ball was that?
Yeah, it's a good one. It's turned out to be. Gomez again. Ball. Rangers have got it. It's 3-on-4.
Oh, but Carvalho does really well.
Started well, Carvalho. Henderson can't get the ball under control. Finally does. Whips the ball out to Darwin. Get on your bike.
Oh, he just keeps it to keep it in.
Do you know what? Here's a thought I just had when you were talking then about Salah. Does Salah need someone to push him?
But yeah, and that's another thing.
Because fucking El Mane pushed him for seasons, didn't he?
Yeah. Maybe he does.
Like Mbappe one side, Salah the other, Diaz over all three places, Jota. It doesn't feel like Mbappe's the need.
No.
To be honest, does it? Which would be a bit mad. That's like, is that just placating the fans? A big name through the door. But maybe here you go. If you're anti-FSG, get him on the cheap because he wants to leave fucking PSG. You're gonna have to pay him a fuckload of wages, of course. But the need is the midfield. The need is a Jude Bellingham. And I think for Jude, he's transformative.
Yeah.
He's a guy that can fucking lift everybody because he's captain of fucking Dortmund. He's a young kid. That's a great ball by Harvey Elliott.
Oh, so well. That link up there with Carvalho was nice.
Virgil's got it now. He's approaching. Bobby Firmino, 30 yards from goal, flicks it inside to Carvalho, turns, loses the ball. Harvey Elliott's got it out to Fabinho. He's looking for Chimikas down the left, not there. Looks like it's going to slow down, go back to Hendo.
Here, though, Rangers.
Fabinho's going to see Gomez with the ball via Ibu Konate. There's no one in front of him really to pass to. He needs a ball offering for feet. Harvey Elliott's there, but he elects to go to Jordan Henderson.
And we're going all the way back.
Yeah, all the way back to the goalkeeper.
Rangers have defended really well there. They got everybody back behind the ball. Didn't really give much space for Liverpool to exploit, but Liverpool have moved again, and now Rangers are there looking to break down that.
Oh man, look at Kent.
Fuck's sake.
Konate's position's excellent. Excellent defending by Konate. He could have quite easily got sucked
into the ball there, and he just didn't. But there's some of the qualities from Van Dijk that you can adopt in that space, because that's good reading. Look at that movement where he just drops back off and just says, I'm just going to hold into this space.
Realises that Fabinho's there, goes, I'm not involved in this conversation. I'm going to go and chat to this lad at the back stick. Rangers fans bouncing there. Throw in from Joe Gomez. It's still in our half. Harvey Elliott's got it. He kicks it down the wing. Somebody's going to have to chase Carvalho. It's going to go back to the keeper, I'd imagine.
I think you're right in what you say about Salah. Whether it's Mbappe or not, he needs someone to push him. I think that's going to be his thing anyway. But and again, that whereas Mbappe can be probably motivated by the external push of having a Haaland in the league.
Oh, sorry, Ryan Kent's into the area. He's on one-on-one with Joe Gomez. He puts it back. Konate comes across corner to Rangers. We'll pick this conversation up after this, mate. Have we got anything in the comment while this
Yeah, we've got all about Nates. Klopp wouldn't tolerate Mbappe's divas ways. A lot of chat about Mbappe in the chat at the moment. Karate Master Mbappe, I reckon, would be another Pogba. Not interested most times. H. Duncan talking about the game. If we beat Rangers at Anfield, this game Rangers need to. This game Rangers see their position in the group.
Whipped in. Oh, Konate deals well with it. Harvey Elliott gets onto the second ball.
Slices it slightly.
They've got a chance here to play the ball again down the wing this time. It looks like it's Kent down there. It is. He cuts inside. I thought he was going to play across, but the Rangers players have moved back to defend the space behind them. That's a nice little ball. Is that having here there? It's a fashion. He's got burst past Kostas. He's edging into the area. There's loads of them there. Konate with a great block.
What a block!
There's three of them in the fucking penalty area there as Nunes nearly gets on the end of something.
And he's pulled something in the process. He's gone down, the lad. Who is it? He was the one who played really well the other day.
Was it Goldson?
Yeah, Godson or something. He just put the afterburners on.
Look at this, there's three of them.
Did a fashion
Look at the three
show.
of them. Look at the three of them.
Three Rangers players queuing up. He gets the ball, delivers it really well. Side foots and Konate's there. Alisson's going one way. Yeah, it's Goldson.
Oh,
he pulls his car. It's more than his calf. It's the top of his thigh.
Got a feel for him there. That could make, you know, a big difference to us. And it's mad, isn't it, that we're talking about this? But after 42 minutes,
he was their best defender.
1-1. Goldson obviously closer to the first team, if not in the first team, than Ben Davies normally. So it's probably their best centre half right now.
19 Liverpool 92 says Salah is a professional striker getting paid ridiculous amounts of money in our team. He shouldn't need someone to push him.
No, but
I think it's a human thing. It's a mentality thing, isn't it?
It's a human thing. You're absolutely spot on there, mate. It really is. And listen, you know, go back onto the conversation we were having about Jude Bellingham then. Do you think he transforms this midfield, and can he do it on his own, or do we need more than one?
We need more than one. I'd love him to be able to say, or I'd love to have the confidence to be able to say he can come in and do it on his own, but ultimately he's 19, and if he doesn't, the amount of pressure, if his body breaks down or if he doesn't assimilate himself into the squad and hit the ground running, what does that do for his confidence? Does he have a Sancho-esque type first season where he's a little bit underwhelming, but you know he's still got bags of potential? There's too many ifs and buts, but I know he's got the talent and I know he's got the capability. What I would want around him is another 24 to 26, 27 year old that has got the engine, has got the experience, and has got the ability to just be in and around as and whenever you need. You've got two new lads that are in their prime years and going into their prime years, and one, as you say, is going to be transformative for years to come, to be able to be a bit of a catalyst for that midfield engine room, and to obviously kind of be Mark II. We had Mark 1 for ages, and I think Thiago and Keita were meant to be the dawn of Mark 2 really for us, but Keita's body's not been up to the standard, and Thiago is, for all of the class that's there, he probably came at the wrong side of his peak years for us.
Yeah, I think that's right, and he obviously came into a much changed side because he was taking over Gini Wijnaldum's position. Wijnaldum and the dynamic of the midfield changed when you bring Thiago in and Wijnaldum goes out. We've gone from being more industrious to looking for that creative player, and it's been harder. It's been tougher sledding for us. I'm going to go to the stats now. As Connor Goldson goes off, the game's not been going ahead. He's definitely pulled something. On the Michael Owen visual pain scale, 6 weeks. Ball possession 52% to 48. We've had 3 shots, 1 on target. They've had 6 shots, 2 on target, 2 off target, 2 blocked. I mean, first half, we've been better. The second half of the first half.
Since we scored, yeah.
But Rangers, have they been the better side?
Well, they definitely deserve
to have the goal. They've been the most dangerous side.
Yeah, they've been the most dangerous side. They definitely deserve to have the goal. And it hasn't surprised me, if I'm honest with you. I kind of expected them to attack in the way that they have. I kind of expected them to be a little bit more aggressive in their press, and at times they have been. And to be honest, I'm a little bit underwhelmed with what we've done so far when we've had opportunities. I think that 3 minutes at the time are coming up now as well. We've just hit the half time or the 45-minute mark. I think the likes of
Martin Gomez.
Oh, it's time.
And we've lost out again. There's two men down now. This time it's a foul on Fabinho. I just don't see that Fabinho and Hendo are getting near these second balls right now. I mean, the one where Canate blocks it, where are they? Why are there 3 fucking Rangers players running in behind our midfield?
It's just ridiculous.
And Costas got beat a bit easy as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he did.
Great ball by Fabinho, though, into Bobby's feet. Just about does enough to control it. Bouncing ball to Joe Gomez. Does well. Little 1-2 with Harvey Elliott. Can't control the second one.
He's going to be strong enough. He's going to be strong enough. Well played. Well played, Joe.
Look at Nunes.
Oh, if you could have just looked at the reverse there.
Carvalho to Harvey Elliott, right hand side. He's got no options. Goes back to Henderson. We're looking to try and play it into Costas. We do. We get the ball to Costas. Carvalho's there if you can. No, it's an impossible pass. He whips the ball in and no one's there. Bobby Firmino closest to it, but McGregor does well. 1 minute of the 3 minutes gone. Whew! But we're not creating good opportunities, are we? We've just been a bit better.
Yeah, we've just been a little bit better. There's been a little bit more control, a little bit more urgency, but again in this final third we knew we was going to struggle to create a wave of chances because we're relying on Harvey and Carvalho, and I think they've done fairly well, both of them, if I'm being honest with you. I think they've probably given me exactly what I would have expected, probably no more no less.
Oh, go on. Carvalho's got an opportunity. He's got Nunes in behind. I wanted that ahead of him.
Yeah,
but Nunes, we've got Firmino and Elliott at the back stick there. Can you get it to Elliott? No, you've overhit him.
You've way over it.
That's a poor ball.
That's a piss poor ball.
Nunes, from this start to the season, in fact, not my opinion, I want your opinion. What do you make of Darwin Nunes?
He looks really raw, mate. He looks really raw.
And I ain't writing him off.
I'm not right. I think he's got a great eye for goal.
Yeah.
I think his eye for goal and his confidence in front of goal is great. It's the rest of his all-round game, which I just think, because we've been so spoiled with how free-flowing and fluid and close control, and the fact that we've had 3 forwards that on a dime can beat a man and run past a man and blow them away with pace, because he doesn't naturally just possess that.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were going to take a quick free kick. I saw Bobby Firmino running down the right. Carry on with your thought process.
No, because he doesn't naturally possess that. He looks a little bit clunky at times. But I think he's a handful as well. So it's you really having to take the rough and the smooth with him, because he's definitely not the finished article. There's definitely a lot that we need to kind of get him up to speed on. But I love the way that he approaches being just in front of goal, and we haven't really had that from a number 9. I think a lot of Liverpool fans have been crying for that anyway. It's just the fact that if you added that
time, by the way,
if you added him in last season when we needed a goal in the League Cup to beat Chelsea, and we needed a goal in the FA Cup to not have to go to pens in those 2 competitions, and we needed a goal in the Champions League final, having someone like him in our team would have been enough, I think. Because he's just going to come on, he's going to cause havoc. You give him that 1-2 chances, and he might find the back of the net, and that would have been the difference. In this season now, where we need someone we need a creator out of that front line. Salah hasn't stepped up to that mantle that he did last season in the same way. He's not putting it on a plate for anybody else, and he's struggling to get goals himself. Likewise, Diaz is great and he's explosive, but I don't think he's an out-and-out creator right now. He hasn't found that rhythm of just creating and setting people up and getting assists in, week out. So
Liverpool don't have a goal that they score, do they?
No,
not one that they can replicate, like a fucking template, which we've had
the same
at times.
Way, and the way you can tee up a Man City goal. You know how they're going to score
Gets
before
the byline,
they score.
pull it across Haaland.
And or Foden or whoever it is, time and time again. Right now, we haven't got a go-to goal. The go-to one seems to have been Diaz kind of cutting in, and that's his go-to goal. But there hasn't really been a uniform goal for us, apart from the set pieces. And we've had a couple of different people pop up and score them. So he's not what we need right now, or the style that he offers isn't what we probably want right now, but I think there is still a lot of potential in him as a player.
I agree with pretty much everything you've said there, mate, to be honest with you. I wanted to know your thoughts on it, because I know mine, to be quite honest with you. I always find it interesting to get other people's takes on them. For me, I write notes during the game now. Breaks a play and stuff like that. No, not now, but on my phone during the game when it breaks a play. Too much going on here to be able to write shit down. But I've wrote down, and I like to read them after the game, because it gives me you didn't like him first 30 minutes out. I wrote oaf down at one point during one of the games, poor control. doesn't know what he's doing, can't link up play.
Offside.
Offside. By the end of the game, I'm like looking at it going, but his runs are brilliant. He loves to get a shot off, always works the keeper. So for right now, it's like 50-50.
Taking it rough with the smooth,
Beauty and the Beast type of thing, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like, he's a bit of
Jekyll
both.
Hyde,
He's
he
a bit
is.
of both, like.
Yeah.
Because I think there's something there. I think there's a real player there. But right now, we're just not... And Paul said it, actually. Sorry, mate. Paul said, I think we bought him a year too early, and I've just seen someone mention it in the comments there. I think he might be right.
And I think that on top of that as well, had we have seen what he did for Benfica last season in the Prem, say it was at Wolves or Newcastle, we'd probably be a lot more certain that he's gonna come good. Because the goals that he would have scored, and we'd have seen it in the Prem, we'd have been like, he's going to come good. So even though he's on our books now and he's not at the heights, he's still going to come good. Because we'd have seen enough of him to kind of give us that confirmation bias that, yeah, he's going to be all right. But I think, by and large, and I might just be, I'll speak for myself, apart from those 2 games he played against us, I didn't watch him enough. And he looked a handful against us. So again, I was like, yeah, he looks a handful, and he comes with a lot of high praise, and a lot of people are saying he's going to be one of the next up. So I'll take it. But I hadn't seen enough of him. I hadn't seen enough of a sample size to say how effective he was going to be or the style of play that he was going to be able to offer us. So now the only sample size I'm seeing is the little appearances he's made for us. Obviously didn't get the chance to hit the ground running, then being sent off. It slowed him down a little bit. I can only, as you say, just assess the individual things in isolation and say, there are the elements I'd like to keep and expand on. They're the parts of your game which I'd like you to fucking fix up on ASAP. Because if you do and you get up to speed with the rest of how we play or how we need you to play, you'll be a lot more effective within our system. So that's the only thing that I'm torn on. But I genuinely believe, had we have seen him last season in the league, or as Paul's been saying, we got him in season 2 soon and we need to see a little bit more of him, next season might be that season for him.
Absolutely. And, you know, it might be that Liverpool decided to move on Darwin Núñez because they couldn't get the midfield option that they wanted this year. It might be that the plan was to get the midfield option in and Darwin maybe next year.
And I think that was the original plan, to be honest. I've said that also. That was the plan A, was always to get the midfielder in. Once that didn't happen, there was the midfielders' money available this summer. And it was like, right, well, where else can we apportion that money? There's that kid over there that next summer, he might now be the £150 million worth of talent that prices us out of being able to afford him. Let's go for him now and hope that a contract, whether it's the Rice contract goes down because he's only got 18 months left, whether it's Bellingham, whether that's, is it Milinkovic-Savic or whatever his name is, whether their contracts then mean their wages or their price tag goes down next year, and then we can go for them as our option A for a midfielder. I think that was the way our hand was ultimately forced, and I think that was led by Klopp's decision once Tuchemi just decided to go to Madrid.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. And, you know, for me, I'm looking at it thinking Jota was probably meant to be the guy this season in the number 9. Diaz was clearly meant to be the left. Salah on the right-hand side. Bobby was supposed to back up them all, maybe, you know what I mean? And then hopefully you bring in Carvalho and he can do a few little bits. Elliott can help out if needs be. Don't know what's going on with Kai Gordon at the moment, but he seems far away from the first team. But there was high hopes for him. But ultimately, we've got to play the hand that we've been forced into, as you sort of allude to there. And we're going to come back very shortly. We're going to have a little break now and we're going to talk about that first half and what we might expect to see, what we hope to see from Liverpool in the second half. So we're going to take a short break right now. Stick with us. Let's hope that Liverpool can get a win tonight.
Hey, you! Do you like amazing signed Liverpool gear to put on your wall and make yourself look really cool? Then we've got you covered. If you join Redmen Plus as a Club Legend subscriber, we've got an amazing competition prize this month. It is a signed Liverpool home 2013-14 shirt, vintage, signed by Liverpool fullback Glenn Johnson. Yes, every month we have incredible signed prizes and other amazing things to give away to our Club Legend subscribers. They also get access to our Discord. They get first access to Redmen live show tickets. They get free merchandise and a whole host of extra bonus perks, as well as the incredible content we deliver on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. So head over to redmenplus.com, either join as a Club Legend, or if you're a club captain, upgrade your subscription to be automatically entered into the draw for that incredible signed Liverpool shirt.
Hey guys, get you to the show in a second, but first, how would you like to win this? A signed Liverpool home shirt. It's signed by Ibu Konate. To get your hands on this, very, very simple. Just make sure you're subscribed to us here on YouTube. We are on the road to 500,000 subscribers. We're very nearly there. Help us get there by subscribing right now. Just click the button below this video. Once you've done that, and once we get to the 500,000 subs, we'll do a draw, and one of you guys will win this amazing prize, like I say, signed by Big Ibu himself. Right, let's get on with the show.
Hello, welcome back to the Redmen TV Watchalong. It is Rangers 1, unfortunately Liverpool 1. We're about 6 minutes and 45-ish seconds away from kickoff for the second half. We're going to get into some of the YouTube comments. We might pull a few threads on them, talk about it, and then we'll get into the first half discussion.
We've got Co up who's mentioned something that you alluded to, Chris, saying that the more passes need to be played into the space for Núñez so he can run onto them, as opposed to getting them to bang on his foot. And I think he's probably right in that sense. We've got some... Where was the other one? Oh, Dara Azizi says Rangers are the better team in this first half. We've also had Owen Roberts says, I still think he's going to explode at some point soon. He's doing well, just in a clunky way. I think he means Darwin Núñez as well there. I think a few people have picked up on the Darwin Núñez chat. D23 says Darwin Núñez is a star. The central midfielders are dead though. When we had legs in the midfield and runners, we were closer to the goal. Remember Wijnaldum at them on the edge of the box, always making them runs. Yeah, and S. Wallace says Rangers have been playing well. And finally, we've got Murphy71 says Bobby is linking up well with the other forward. Yeah. So
Bobby is, isn't he?
He's done well, yeah.
Scott T and I discussed saying the man's isolated up there. That's one negative with this formation. We don't have the wide forward. He gets outnumbered and can't make the passes. And you've got to play that ball in behind. He's got to be onside when he gets there. You know what I mean? And we've seen that already. He was offside for a good chance where he tried to pull back for Bobby Firmino. A couple of balls played behind him. He needs the ball in front of him, I think. He wants to run onto it. He doesn't want... His close control isn't very good. No. He reminds me a little bit of Lukaku, to be honest with you. And people will think that's disrespect. Lukaku's a top striker. Yeah. And he likes to run in behind. He's not a big fucking target man just because he's big. Yeah. He's fast and he likes to run in behind. And when he gets behind the defence, think back to when he was at Everton, he knows how to fucking finish his dinner. And I think Núñez can be like that as well. But we've got to get him the ball. Let's talk first half then.
Slow start, no surprise.
Behind again, fucking hell, mate. It's becoming far too much of a habit. I mean, that's now 17 and 21. We've conceded the first goal.
That's a bad statistic. Bad statistic. And at what point is the...
How do we stop it?
I've been thinking this a lot lately, and I think for me it's that midfield. It's that controlling of the game and setting and dictating the
You mentioned the pre-match.
But it's the... You said about the desire. The thing is, and a lot of people in the chats have been saying it for weeks, it's those second balls, mate. They're the killer for us at the minute, because you're not always guaranteed to win that first ball, but there's no excuse that you can't go into every second ball with a 50-50 chance of coming out with the ball in your favour, and we're not giving ourselves that chance. We're losing the ball in silly areas where we know we're automatically on the back foot, and there's no alarm bells ringing off to say sense the danger, like the fire alarm's going off, which means there's a fire in our yard. Let's get out. There's nothing like that going on. There's no alarm bells ringing.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they've heard the fucking bell and they've all gone off their own way. And we've left the fucking school empty and Rangers are still playing in the school and they're scoring goals. Maybe that's the fucking problem.
But that's what it feels like though at the minute. We're just leaving ourselves open and vulnerable, and I think that to me is when you stomp out or you set the precedence, I said to you before from a Van Dijk thing about that aggression. When you say you're not going to be able to walk over us and you're not going to out-muscle us or out-battle us, it's a battle of wills. And whose will is going to break first? If you show that you're resolute and you're the dog's bollocks and this is part of our game that we do not wilt on at all, teams will eventually back down and try and do a different style or attack to get around you. But because we're showing that we're a little bit weak at the core, they're like, all right, well, we'll turn the screws on you then. We'll go right down the middle because that's your Achilles heel.
Yeah,
you don't like
you can
that.
Stop it, and when you've proved you can stop it, we'll stop trying it. That's kind of it, isn't it? Matty Gorman, 8.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Matty. Can't wait for January when everyone finally realise that our owners are proper minge bags and they don't just want to invest in the team next summer. We have to lower our expectations with FSG.
Don't think the fan base will ever lower the expectations with FSG.
I don't think they will. I said this on the podcast this week, Errol. I don't know whether you agree or disagree. Interesting to get your thoughts, of course. I think Liverpool need to spend more than the budget this time. I think Liverpool need to go wherever, and I said this on the podcast, if they've got some money squirreled away under the fucking bed, get that 80 million out.
Yeah.
And because if we miss out on Champions League, it's a fucking long road back, mate.
Yeah, you know, again, it'll take us, that'll set us back 3-4 seasons if we miss out on the Champions League. Look what happened to Arsenal. That one season that Arsenal missed out on it by virtue of us getting in it. They've not been back since. It's been 6 years. This would be 7 if they weren't able to get it this season. So, and I know that they're not going to have that situation happen. I was going to pick up on that point. Any of the money that they have got squirreled away, like, you've got to use the money with the Queen's head on it sooner rather than later now anyway.
FSG won't have any of that. Like,
yeah, but
they are fucking Rangers will be keeping them as souvenirs.
Yeah.
They love the Queen.
But essentially, you're right. I do think, and even when you broke, someone said before in the chat, I don't know if it was a super chat or just a normal chat, 250 mil. And again, Kevin Warren there, so totally agree, 300 mil's needed. I'm sitting there thinking, that's staggering amount of money, 300 mil, that is. But yeah, that is my point. It's only 3 borderline world-class players. You gamble on them going to that next level once you've paid the 100 mil, because they paid 100. Man, you paid just under 100 mil for Sancho, and you're banking on him to go to the next level. Anthony, same. You're banking on him to go to that next level. Haaland, people will have said he was world class, but really he'd only done it at Dortmund of a European worthy level. You think if he goes on and kicks on, goes to Madrid or goes to City, and then kicks on and scores 20-30 goals, then he's world class.
Are we off?
No, half chance.
There
are 3 players there that are going to go to that next level, and they're all worth excess of 100 mil now. You're right when you say it. 100 mil, 300 mil is going to get you 3 top-class talents that you're hoping goes to that next bracket. And to me, that's scary, because FSG have never looked to be ballers like that.
They can't make a mistake either, can they?
No, they can't afford to now.
Yeah, and they never could, and that's the problem.
And they have
what some fans think is the problem. Yeah, they could never make a mistake. I always mention this. The fucking Man City drop 30 million on Claudio Bravo and it doesn't work out, and they just buy Ederson for fucking 1 year later. Yeah. Liverpool had to buy fucking Karius for 4 or 6 million or whatever it was, and then they went, we can't do this again. We have to spend the fucking big bucks on getting the goalkeeper right.
If we're going to do it, we have to do it properly.
Limitless funds. They can make mistakes. It doesn't matter. They don't make mistakes very often, by the way, which is fair play to them, but they can afford to, and they don't always go for the big name. Who was thinking Ruben Diaz comes in? Who was thinking João Cancelo? Everyone was after Upamecano and all these lads, you know what I mean? But they recognise who's good for them.
Koulibaly's and all them man there.
Yeah, they go for the guys that they think fit in with them, and they make them better. Liverpool need to get back to that, recognising who is going to make us better. Doesn't matter how much they cost. It might not be a fan favourite, but if they're the right player, that's what fucking matters.
That's why I like Nunes as well, because I'm like, if he's going to make us better in the long run, I'm happy to stick by him, because you don't fork out that kind of outlay for someone that could be or could or wouldn't be. Like, you've got to be fairly certain that my man's going to step up over the long term. You know, he's a long-term prospect, but you've got to be certain that he's going to step up.
We can't afford to make a mistake with that much money. FSG certainly can't afford to make a mistake
Scott
with
that much money. $20 super chat. Scott, thank you very much. We have just kicked off, so give us a couple of seconds and then I will read that super chat out there, Scott. I will not forget.
Rangers kicked it to the right back this time. Much more normal. But like, they kicked it out because they're crap, but we can't beat them, so I can't talk.
And I think they've sensed that Joe Gomez has probably been the weaker link from a defensive point so far.
It's a nice little ball to Nunes. Second ball's won almost by Carvalho, but unfortunately it wasn't. Nice little back heel, doesn't go to our man. Rangers first to it again, they've spread it wide.
You've got a new centre back there because Goldson had to go off after a little injury just before half time. And it'll be interesting to see how, is it King?
Leon
King, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how he steps up. But yeah, it was Scott with the $20 super chat. He said FSG have budgeted to be prudent if we don't get the Champions League. But if we don't get the Champions League, but after we won it, we've invested the same and it's made it harder to be in the Champions League. The stat spending this summer coming is coming home to roost. Yeah, I think you're right. That last sentiment there is right. It is coming home to roost big time. Simicast takes it.
We need to win this fucking game of footy first and foremost, because we're going to have 2 incredibly tough games otherwise. Obviously away in Ajax ain't going to be fucking easy, is it? I mean, we only just beat them at home.
And then
Napoli right now look the best side in the group, the cream of the crop.
You look like one of the best sides in the competition, mate. Not
right.
just the
fucking
group.
hell, Costas.
What kind of ball was that? A
fucking
nobody ball.
shit, mate.
And that's better from Henderson, blocking out the pass right through the middle, because that's where Rangers were looking to go again. Firmino there on the ball. Oh, well played.
Else. Carvalho, left-hand side's got his man. Tavernier stood up there. Does really well.
Just ghosts
Bobby
past the
Firmino's
couple.
come deep. Harvey Elliott to
Does
the right,
well.
Joe Gomez to the right-hand side again.
Hit that, Joe. Hit
Gets
that,
his body
Joe.
inside.
Oh, I wanted you to hit it. I know I wanted you to hit it. Well done. I don't mind that. I do not mind that, Joe Gomez.
He got his body across him really well, didn't he?
I thought he could have won a foul at one point, but he just carries on running and then unfortunately gets the shot off, but it's blocked.
I don't think the ball by Harvey Elliott was very good there.
No, it wasn't. Needed to be
Bobby.
more straight thing.
Oh, nice at 1-2 with Fabinho. Bobby.
Let it go, lovely.
Harvey,
Hit that.
inside the penalty area, left-footed, blocked.
Unlucky.
Harvey still got it. Jinx past his man. Carvalho on the edge. Lays it back to Hendo. We've got Chibicast to the left. Doesn't use him. Use Harvey Elliott.
And that's a foul. That's a foul. That's a yellow card as well. Ref, come on.
Who's the left-footed that will take this?
Ooh.
It wouldn't be Costas, would it?
Said he's...
Harvey's down.
Yeah,
Let's see it.
maybe. He stands.
Oh, it's a knee.
Yeah,
It's a
clashing
thud to the
knees.
knee there. Is it Harvey Elliott to take it? It's Costas to take it? It's got to be Costas to take
They're going
it.
to whip it in as well.
I don't think he's shooting. Yeah,
I don't think he can whip it in. Malcolm Billington says at least the Gerrard manager rumours have gone. He's been that poor at Villa. Yeah, I don't think that'd be the right move right now.
Here's something for you, right? Watch this, everyone. See Virgil van Dijk's positioning behind the defenders. One of our lads will run from, like Firmino or Fabinho will run from deep, probably Firmino, and then bring Virgil onside. I've noticed this at Anfield this season. If we get a nice view, you'll see one of our lads go, Rangers react, and Virgil all of a sudden be onside. And it's just something that I've picked up over the last few weeks that I thought was quite interesting.
Keep an eye out, all the viewers watching at home, and we will keep you up to date. Let's see if the Payjack theory pays off. You're right, up until now he is. And who's it going to be?
He stepped back in.
But now he's drifting. Oh wow, that was fucking ugly.
Do you think they knew he was shooting?
I think he did. Do you think he did?
Was
That was
fucking
ugly. That was awful.
Turd,
Yeah.
that, wasn't it?
Ugh,
That was absolutely fucking rubbish.
that wasn't good.
Clockburner said somebody shot. I hope he... I mean, he did shoot. It wasn't very good.
Ooh, battling.
What's that for you?
He just doesn't look as composed anymore, does he?
He looks shit. He does that, doesn't he? I'm not lying.
No, I know. But he
What's
was
happened to him?
world class.
He was. You're absolutely right. Is he?
Do you think he's just
Is he
not in
just been
favour in
legged?
Brazil? He's just like he's had an issue with in terms of his confidence or anything. I don't know.
Out strength, out fought, whipped in, back stick. Is Joe going to deal with it? No,
Oh,
not really.
Virgil does. Jesus. It's like
Oh.
it's like he's got long COVID or something because he just looks weak.
You might be right.
Do you know what I mean? Like he looks weak, lethargic, just slow to the ball sometimes.
I know Rangers are up for this, but there's a killer. There should be a clear golfing class.
But I knew that they would bring us down to their level, though, mate. I said that last week, and that's why I was shocked by their performance last week, because I thought they're going to make this a dogfight. That's what they want. They don't want Liverpool to be able to have class and be outclassed them. They want to drag them down to their level so that they have a fighter's chance of landing one on us, which is what they've done this game. I feel like they've got the tactics a lot better this time round, and we've not really been able to impose any of our tactics yet. Look at that again from Fabinho. He's got his hands up like that as if to say, why aren't you getting it? But who's that pass to? There's two men there in that vicinity, and it's going to neither of them. Henderson there comes out.
Oh, we've got a chance here. Nunes is on his bike over the top.
But again, the ball's behind him. It's not in front of him. and he plays the ball early. Does
Nice.
well though.
He's got a nice little run inside there.
Does
Nunes,
really
if he can
well.
Get to it. He's in the penalty area. Oh, good
and it's blocked.
defending.
That was better down that left hand side. A little bit better,
That
quicker.
Lundstrom, yeah, good defending. Nunes did brilliantly, worked it well with Carvalho down that left hand side. As soon as he released Carvalho, he was on it, and then it was like, can you get in there? Can you cut the ball back? And Lundstrom
He
does
was
really
always
well.
asking a lot. And it
Does he
should
win
have-
a?
No, it should have been a goal kick.
Interesting, because this is an opportunity. We know how good Kostas Tsimikas is. I think that Virgil van Dijk, former Celtic player from Kostas Tsimikas, could be an option here. I'd love it to be.
Let's do it. It's another good ball.
Oh, he wasn't far away. Hendo,
Oh,
fucking airball.
What was that? What was that?
Fabinho,
Oh,
fucking hell,
that's his
Fab.
the third time he's had the ball. He's had no pressure on him.
We're gonna have to change his name to Drab from fucking Fab. It's not working right now for him. Jesus Christ. So, Rangers have got the ball. I promised you earlier that I'd tell you about my McDonald's story.
Go on, yeah.
So, when we used to... we will get back to the game. Kostas has the ball now. Should have probably told her at half-time. Canate, Harvey Elliott, Joe Gomez. So when we were in uni and we used to go and hand our work and we used to go down as a class.
Yeah.
And then we'd all go out afterwards. But before we'd go out, we'd all go to McDonald's as a class. So there'd be like 30 of us or something like that. So we'd go into Mackey's and we'd all order 20 nuggets and 2 double cheeseburgers each, right? But we'd do it through one person. So we'd go in and we'd be like, 620 nuggets and 48 double cheeseburgers, please. And the woman would be like, what? You're like, 620 nuggets, whatever the fucking number was, right? And 50 double cheeseburgers. And then all you hear is fucking people going, 620 nuggets, 40 double cheeseburgers, 620 right? Around the whole fucking back of house of McDonald's, right? And then I've just got images of this line on the back going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, fucking throwing the nuggets into the fryer, lads. It was fucking hilarious, mate.
Just stressing.
You've got to do it. A big gang of you just all ordered through one person. It's fucking fantastic.
Fucking hell, lads.
So funny though, you know. Liverpool have the ball. Oh,
Did you do a
Fabinho.
nugget count? Plays the ball to feet, does well for what? He's offside.
Oh.
He's offside. Oh, no, he wasn't in the end either. Look.
I think I've just done my Roy Hodgson gift. And I think
Fabinho played the ball.
bloody hell, he passed it to him, man.
And he was onside as well. The execution just wasn't there this time. From
That early shot, I mean, it can work sometimes, but you're 35 yards out
know,
and you're faster than him. Oh, Kostas just pulls
Eric.
it down.
Abido says Fab is burnt out there with the signs there for him last season.
Oh,
yes,
Bobby, yes!
Two, get
Fucking
easy, Bobby Gomez. I'll take that. Get in.
How'd you do it? Boom, 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 pop.
Pop. Ow.
Yes! No. What a fucking ball by Big Joe. Cracking little
Go on,
header by
lad.
Harvey.
He runs. Go on, read us.
He just knows where he wants it. He's
Bobby's pointing. Ah,
He's on.
that's Trent-esque.
Megs.
Trent-esque. Bobby couldn't miss
Megs.
from there. Ah, shut them, you. My mum's watching the show. I couldn't say the word like that.
No, you can't do it.
You can't do it.
Your mother's watching. Jesus Christ.
Watching the show.
I can though. I'm absolutely not going to. Twins.
Come on. What a finish.
He's fucking class, Bobby
Two,
Fabinho, man.
Brace, again, stepped up in a big game play for us this season, Bobby.
He has.
He's keeping us dreaming. Bobby's
Mate,
the only reason we're dreaming right
Token
now.
X is saying Bobby Hattrick incoming. Be nice, wouldn't it? I tell you what.
Right, let's do it
Let's
again.
just
Let's do
fucking-
it again. There you go.
He actually might be. If there wasn't Haaland. Anyway.
He's done really well this season. And it's great that he's found his form back in front of goal as well. It's not just the busy body work that he does and offers in and around. He's popping up, he's making positive runs. Fabinho's asking for the ball. He's never going to get it because he's been shocking when he's been...
Carvalho.
Carvalho
Over
switches
to
it
Elliott.
out. Elliott
That
again,
little link
nice.
up again. Little ball over the top to Bobby Firmino. He's got Carvalho behind him. He can't get it to him. He's turned on it. Now he's got Carvalho. Where's the movement for him? Back to Bobby. Joe Gomez is taking that Trent position up inside there. Look at that.
Maybe that's his
Get on your
confidence
bike,
coming
lad.
back. Come
Well
on.
done. I tell you
Come
what, there's a
on.
man down there. Jack's down. Poor Jack. I think that Joe Gomez needed that. I think he needed to get an assist. And I think that and his ability to get forwards is always kind of underplayed. He's actually really quite good at crossing the football. He's just not Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, like, fucking hell.
He's a good ball playing centre half.
He really is, mate. He's fucking fantastic. And Bobby Firmino, as you were talking to then, I mean, that's just absolutely superb. His positioning, the fact that he's pointing for it, the fact that he gets us a goal and we're now not drawing. Rangers another injury substitution.
And we could be 6 points ahead of
Jack's coming off,
Ajax.
Gill's
It's a
coming
big...
on.
And I think that was where that Goldson normally picked up the positions in the first half and covered defensively really well. So that King... You might have to look back from a Rangers perspective if he's done himself any favours, but Bobby just runs off him there and just pops up. And I think that's the benefit of having two, because if the two defenders centrally are going to be occupied by Núñez and his movement, you've got that extra man running in to just cause that little bit of trouble, also be an extra target. And I think Gomez, just the way he played the ball, he didn't have to try and get no bend on, he just plays the ball with the momentum and just lets it curl into the box. It's away from the goalkeeper. I think it's a very, very good finish in the end as well.
Absolutely. Luffy87 in our Discord says every season with Bobby has been a brilliant season. I love the man. Scott T says, Paige, I get your tits out and I'll make 900 fake accounts for you lot. I don't think we need 900 anymore. I think we're less than that. If I can have a number, I think it's 828 subs needed. Thank you so much, Danny. 828 subs to 500,000. If we could get there tonight.
And I'm surprised we're not even on 1,000 likes. Me and Paige, when do me and Paige ever do the link up? And we're not even on 1,000 likes yet.
They've not even asked them for it.
We haven't, but we shouldn't have had to.
That's it. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 pop. 1,000 likes, please, people. Hey, can you teach me how to do it?
The boom, 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 boom,
No,
pop.
the real version.
The brap, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I could. We'll
Right now.
We're getting the
Am
goal
I
first.
ruining your secret here?
No.
You sure?
No.
I feel like I might
Amongst
be.
Liverpool fans, you heightened the streak. Like when we link up, legendary content gets made, mate. I'm telling you.
Boom, 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 pop.
Boom, 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 pow. You bumbuckler. That's also what on Twitter. I was like, if we're playing shit and we don't win, I'll just teach them more Jamaican slang.
I like the Jamaican slang, mate. I feel like I should have been born there.
You know what I mean?
But I wasn't. I was born in Liverpool.
So was I, and some people don't believe that as well.
Harvey Elliott to Carvalho.
3 in the box. We've got bodies in the box. I just can't stand it up.
Pass
Fab.
it. Yes.
Well done. Keeps the ball alive. Veg.
I'm really not enjoying Fabinho tonight. I really do think he's going to lose the ball every time. Harvey Elliott beats one man, beats his second man, whips the ball in. McGregor's equal to it. It's not a powerful shot for him. It's not a difficult shot for him to save. He does really well though. Gets the ball, takes a little bit of a sting out of the momentum, out of the game. Right now, Liverpool statistically now have 9 shots to 2. First half, it was 3-2. Liverpool have had 6 shots in this second half without reply. 6 shots, 1 on target, 2 off target, 3 blocked shots. Fabinho's got the ball.
Drive, passes it, lays it off to Carvalho. Come back to the comments in a second. Carvalho's running the defender. Lays it off to Núñez. Got the overlap there from Simicast.
It's a bit silly that, isn't it?
Yeah. Should have just left him.
He didn't have an angle to goal. Henderson's down and clutching his shin. These shin pads these days, mate, they don't do anything.
No.
Not like in my day, the proper shitties where you used to have them wrapped around your fucking ankle. Yeah, little pieces of fucking paper now, they're shite.
Daniel Bretherton says, absolutely quality this guy's. First time watching it and I'm loving it. We'll be tuning in more when we are away as I work at Anfield on match days.
Boom, 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 pow.
You'll see a lot more of that face on the away games, but you won't see much of this one on the away games because I, like you, do the home games coverage.
Yeah, I'm at the game for the home games, and for the away games I'm here.
It's Crossbow with the £1.79 super chat. Thank you. Says Bobby's carrying us this season. Mark my words, guys. Yeah, I think a lot of people this season, based on how shit we've been, owe Bobby an apology, because without Bobby's goals, this season would look a whole lot worse. It'd be borderline embarrassing if it isn't already.
Absolutely.
Simicast beats fat.
Absolutely spot on there, mate, about Bobby. So, I've got a comment here. Samantha Cockburn any subs? Would you be making subs at 60 minutes? We've got City at the weekend. Is it too tight to make subs, Errol?
No, you've got the 5. Henderson's back up now, but I'd wanna at least get Jota on the pitch. Who else have we got there? It'd be nice to see. It would be nice to see Ramsey. We haven't again. There's hardly fucking. Apart from there's no more goals, so whatever we do, we're going to see Milner, aren't we? Yeah, we've got to shut up shop. And that's not been something we've been very good.
If Hendo and Thiago are the midfield, are we bringing a midfielder into this for Hendo?
It's one or the other, isn't it? Really, I think if anything, it might be Kostas for Milner. So Milner goes left back again, just because we know we're going to need him. Yeah, we know we're going to have to rest him. But then Robbo's on the bench, so maybe you get him a couple of minutes because he'd be desperate to get on against these.
Come on. I mean, Robbo being back for City would be fucking amazing, and if there's a chance, you've got to get him on the pitch now.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can't go straight into a 90, you're spot on there.
So maybe then Milner does get the chance to. Yeah, maybe Robbo and Milner dropping into midfield and taking Henderson's place. But that, to me, suggests, not at the 60th minute, maybe a 70, that we need to then see out the game. We're not looking for another goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, Bobby is on the perfect hat-trick. So did he get right-footed? Was it right-footed? Or was it left-footed? He's got a header.
Yeah, it was a right foot.
Was it right foot? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. He needs one for the perfect hat-trick.
800 subs away, and I'm devastated I'm not here on the... We've got to get 800 subs in a week.
Yeah.
We've got to. Well, we've got to. Because I'm not here Sunday, but I'm here next week. And next week, I'm not even going to tell them what next week is actually. I just want to see the 800 subs. I can't.
We've got a boss prize as well. 500,000 subs. We've got that Ibu Kanate signed shirt to give away to one of our subscribers. So if you are here, you are enjoying it, and you do like the cut of our jib, we are here. It's different couple of people every game, pretty much. Got a little bit of a home team. Theo and Errol normally, and an away team. It's me and Paul normally. It's not really been that this season, so apologies, but if you do like it and you like what we've been doing for 12 years, we've been doing this shit, following through the ups, the downs. We are here to support you through it all, whether Liverpool are winning or whether Liverpool are losing. We are going to be here.
We're posted. We're out here, baby.
I don't know what any of those words mean, Errol. Can you explain them?
Posted means like this is like your end, so you rep this block, and this is the segment.
Posted?
Yeah, like you posted.
Like I've been posted through a letterbox?
Not technically posted through a letterbox. like you're stationed somewhere.
I feel very much like a 39-year-old man right now, by the way.
Bear in mind,
I am a 39-year-old man.
I am still a 30-year-old man as well that talks like I'm a fucking 17-year-old. But that's because I've got younger brothers.
So we're posted?
Yeah.
Let me try it. We're posted.
Out here.
Win or lose. Wally, Uchi bang bang.
Win or lose, representing the Reds. That's what we do.
Please subscribe. We've just lost 1,000 subscribers while we've been doing this shit.
Oh. Daz with the £4.49 super chat says, big up Pajak and Errol, you legends. Bobby Firmino is going to be carrying us this season. Has to be up there with the list of things I didn't expect to happen.
No, imagine. Yeah. Come on, lads, just let's all get on Bobby Firmino's back this season. It's his last fucking hurrah. Why not? Let's ride him till he's dead.
Yeah, man.
Boom, boom, pow, pow. No, fucking great. I love it when we do the watch-along show. Nothing fucking... It's mad.
Good laugh.
Jellyfish says, Pajak and Errol, best you on here. Thank you so much. Like,
it's a proper culture clash and I love it.
Hey! Yeah, you're right. I've got nothing. No! He's right! Oh my God. Just a big fat
unapologetically scouse. And unapologetically Errol.
I love it, mate. Absolutely fucking love doing the watch-alongs with you, man. Really go. Here we go. Sorry, 65 minutes gone. Liverpool 2, Rangers 1. Rangers have a free kick on the halfway line, give or take. Thiago's coming on. And Robbo is right. Yes. And Mo Salah's coming on as well. You didn't see him, but I saw his shirt. I promise you. Big Mo, big Robbo, little Thiago.
Is that just to have minutes? Oh, but come. Ooh, he does well, though.
Go on, do the middle.
Stay on side. Oh, he should have stayed.
Oh, what a touch that is!
No, yes! What a fitness! That's it. And that's signed, sealed, delivered. You know what, though? Look at those subs that we was about to bring on,
Oh,
Page.
they fucking posted it. They posted it, Errol.
Talk us through it then.
Oh, my
Fabinho does so good.
What's going on with my microphone, Fabinho? Come on, look at this touch. Sick, motherfucker.
And that's a nice first time finish. Early finishes. That's what we like about this kid.
Oh, there's no need.
That's what we like about this kid. Look at this. Think. Oh!
Absolutely no need.
Oh! And he just kisses it. It's just. Woo.
Oh my God, I've broke my microphone. It's all over the shop. That's a finish and a half from Darwin.
But that's what I like about him. Those early finishes, that confidence to just take it first time. He's a goal scorer. That's what he's going to offer us.
He's miles on.
Yeah, he's on.
And he's on.
And he's on.
Oh, there's no need to do that.
Oh. Link up.
That is fucking sick.
As
mate.
if you wasn't having a bad enough night as it is, you see these three lads all on the touchline ready to come on the pitch for half an hour to run riot.
I think I've seriously broken this thing. I don't know how. I don't know why.
You've got a new member in the chat as well.
I've got a fucking
Neil
member.
G, welcome as a first teamer as well. You didn't say nothing. You can leave us a comment or anything. Leave us your thoughts. Let us know what you think of the stream and we will read that out. Liverpool says boom, boom, pow, pow. Can we get some fire in the chats as well?
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming since we've been able to request any fire in the chats because we've been piss poor. But yeah, right now I feel like we should be ready to start cooking.
Mate, this has been... Look, there's someone in the comments, I can't find it, and I'm not having a go at you. I did say 3-1, I'm now saying 5-1. But, yeah, Paul Curran, I'm not having a go here, mate. He says, it's Rangers, folks, enjoy the night, but keep your heads high. I enjoy Liverpool winning. Whenever Liverpool win, against whoever Liverpool win against. Because if you can't enjoy the ride, you might not win a trophy at the end of the season. So we've had it shit this season. Give me a fucking 3-1 at Rangers. A team that I badly and desperately wanted to beat. I really, really fucking wanted to beat Rangers tonight. So I'm really fucking out. Look at that. Errol says, and the fire is in the chat all of a sudden. Bang.
Boom. Love that. Thank you.
And play air guitar or piano?
Yeah, a little bit. Do you know what I love about this as well? From the season's perspective, the European season can be a little bit more hopeful and optimistic now because we've got 2 games to navigate getting ourselves through in comfortable fashion, which takes a little bit more pressure off the Premier League as well because we can apply...
Sorry, he just went past him. Go on, carry on.
We can apply more resources to the Prem if we manage Game 5 right. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, I think it means that we go into that next round before the World Cup knowing that come the new year, there's still plenty to play for. Yeah. And I think that's an important thing in terms of getting your momentum and actually wanting to be in that rhythm of winning games regardless of who you're playing week in, week out.
It's absolutely massive. That you're absolutely spot on there, Errol, because if Liverpool go into that fucking winter break with nothing to play for but the cups,
it's going to be cold. Yeah, it's going to be cold.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Scott Hawks, I didn't know this was even a feature on YouTube. Thought it was a Twitch thing, but they've obviously integrated it. He's just gifted 10 people Redmen YouTube membership.
You've been able to do that for a while now.
Yeah, that's fucking... I mean, Scott, you are a fucking man amongst men. You're an absolute fucking legend. And Shane O'Kelly is now a new member. Mad Monster 1980, Daniel Buttery, Jackie, Mortigai, Tempo, Blue Harvest Toys, Simon Wraith, all now members thanks to Scott Hawks. That is so kind of you, Scott, and fucking love you, mate. Absolutely fucking superb, mate.
Yes, that's a very good shout. Whoever just asked for the Bobby song, fucking enjoy. There you go. That's Scouser J. You're welcome, my man. Liverpool are in a very good position. And the second half performance, Pajak, what would you make of it so far?
It's been brilliant, mate. I've got the stats up on the screen in front of me, right? And, we're 68 possession now, second half, 68% possession. We've had 9 shots. Rangers haven't had a sausage. We've had 3 shots on target, 2 shots off target, 4 block shots. We've upped the intensity, we've upped the tempo, and we're starting to fucking find our feet. What a ball! Mo! Oh, what a touch! Mo! Oh, that's a good save!
Oh, that was so unlucky. Oh, and that's the class. That is the world-class quality there, Thiago, man.
And it's... Mo found himself central then as well. Oh, fashion on the break.
Oh,
that's not a back pass. Again. It's not a back pass. And then...
Canate with the block.
End-to-end shit now, innit, mate? Fucking hell. That was a great little touch by Salah. He'll be disappointed not to get the goal. The ball by Thiago. He's just moving us forwards now. We've got Bobby on the move. I think Salah's central. He is. And this could be something we do against City, you know. Can we get him fucking into something?
In behind, yeah.
Is it? We sometimes used to do this when we just needed a goal.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just needed a little bit of confidence. Just get him a goal by
in,
playing him central.
Middle,
Robbo, left-hand side, in the penalty area, drills it!
Oh!
Elliot!
Over the he
Terrible!
just gets it all wrong.
Terrible, mate!
And Robbo goes back to him and still gets it wrong, and it goes out anyway. Yeah, that Scouser J just says Thiago is a different gravy, la. Yeah, completely agree. Absolutely. Danny Harty-Smith, thank you, Danny, for modding the chat as always, girl. You're absolutely smashing it. She says there's only 780 subs needed.
Come on, 780 people, please
Nearly
subscribe to the
4,000
channel.
of yous watching.
Subscribe to the channel. It's all you need
Wally77, you best be a subscriber. You've been an LFC fan for 45 years. If you've not been a Redmen fan for 12, you've been doing it wrong, mate. You've been doing it wrong. So get subscribing. Do what needs to be done.
Please. It's been 12 years of my life. 12 years. Blood, sweat and fucking plenty of tears.
Bobby Firmino's coming off. I'm going to play it one last time for everybody there, guys. Goes off with a brace and an assist again. Adding more output to those stats this season. And it's Diogo Jota is the man to replace him.
Brilliant. And he's using his subs and he's trying to get them a few minutes so that they can go into City. They haven't had a week's break and stuff like that.
Rhythm.
Bobby Firmino has to start against Manchester City.
Yeah.
Has to start against Manchester City.
He could have rightfully been disappointed a few games where he's come up and scored one or goal or scored two and then been dropped the next game and not had the chance to kind of just get a run of games under his belt. And he could be rightfully a little bit disappointed, but after today's performance and the Arsenal game, the Brighton game, he has to start for us now in whatever capacity it is. And I think this system particularly suits him playing in that 10 role, and again suits Núñez there because he can just play off him and he can just jump into that space that he loves anyway without having the pressures of always having to make that run. But when he does make that run, it's because he's the free man, instead of being the man that's being automatically covered and picked up. John Lee David Blackshaw says, boom, boom, shake the room, tick, tick, tick,
Tick,
boom.
tick, 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 boom.
You never walk alone. £2.
You ready for me?
Very
Yeah?
much.
Pop it up, Prince.
And Clockburner with the $14 American or Canadian dollars. Maybe?
Oh, Allison, what are you playing at, son? Jesus Christ, mate.
It gets rid.
Oh, Robbo, well done. Unlucky.
Kept it in. With the $14 super chat says, I'm a super fan, #1 fan.
Oh, we got a little... Oh, what are these called again? Super stickers. Can we show this on the screen? I've got it on my screen if you want, mate.
Go on, yeah.
He's our #1 fan.
He's our number one fan.
Thank you very much, Cockburner.
And now I'm getting told there's only 750, so people are listening. We've got over 1,000
mate, thank you so
likes.
much, everyone. Really appreciate it. After we've done it, you can scrack it off again. Jota. Carvalho, left-hand side. He's got Elliot to the right. Surely he's not going to play it over there. Thiago. Oh, shit, Thiago. How's that not a foul? Elliot. Whoa! Elliot from distance. That was surely a foul by Thiago.
It looked like a foul.
Thank you very much, Nick Smith, who says he's been here for a few years. Wally77 says, play this formation, play as Sunday, and we will beat City.
I hope so, mate. I hope so.
Do you think we can?
I think we can upset the apple cart with City. I really do think we can. I think us playing at home, we can disturb their rhythm. Oh, here's another chance. Harvey Elliott running at the defence again. Lays the ball. Oh, Jota, Salah.
Oh, what a touch by Salah in the penalty area. Look where Carvalho.
Oh my God, he's done it!
Oh, the tightest of angles, Errol. Did he toe pay it?
Yeah, looked like he did.
Jeez, there's no way.
That was ruthless. Ruthless. And Liverpool are dismantling this Rangers side now. The class that you mentioned before that didn't look like it was there has appeared out of nowhere, Chris Page. Because these last two goals have been nothing short of quality. World class.
Oh, he means it as well. It's outside of the boot. I think he outside of the boot too.
Yeah,
he does.
Just a little outside, and the keeper, even though he gets hand on it, is not enough to keep it out. What a touch that is!
That's sick with his right foot as well. He knows if he's shooting there or what. Jota's the back stick anyway. See,
just pokes it towards goal. It's kind of like the goal that the kid scored against Rangers today in the unders, he scores a similar goal like that, where he just toe pokes it into that far corner and just cushions it in. That's a great finish.
I'll tell you what, you look at some of the comments and stuff, and I'm going to get into the
We've
Discord.
got R. Taylor saying, Mo, you little dancer. John Carlin, who said it was going to be 4-1, says, told you. Betty Boo says, fuse from Mo. We've got Tracy May saying, we're on fire. Told you we had the fire in the chat before, Tracy Love. We've got John Cale saying, bosom for Mo. Showed him the way home. And yet, like magic. Let's keep this going now. Can we get anything from City? Come on, all about Nat.
I really hope so. I tell you something, right? I think Rangers oh wow, yeah, shouldn't wait to go home is right. Fucking hell,
wow.
They're off.
They was resolute before. They was bouncing. So that's credit to these lads, because they've been defiant. They've had to weather that crowd, making it an actual occasion.
There you go. Jota's on it. He's gonna get it. Ooh, it's a good tackle. Fair tackle. Strong tackle. And now Rangers have got the ball. They had to try and do something. They couldn't just play 5 at the back again. They had to go 4-1, 4-1, or whatever the formation is that they played it, because they wanted to get some points. They wanted to win, get a draw or something in the Champions League this season, rather than just get their arse handed to them every game. So I get that. It's probably been a little bit easier for us, but we've had to turn around from a poor performance, haven't we? And this second half, we have absolutely dominated them.
But do you think that's down to what Jürgen said to them at half time? Do you think he's went out and tried to tweak anything in particular?
I don't know. I've completely lost my trail of thought, because the other Steve O'Hare, has said Pajac's acting like he's just married Errol's ma and is trying to relate to his new stepson. He's about 3 blacks from calling him sport.
Oh, fucking hell.
Touche. Touche.
Fucking savage.
That is so good.
Hitching bars with the £1.79. Which says Salah now joined top Prem scorer in the Champions League with 26.
Really?
Must be.
Wow.
And then Ashley Threat.
Hang on a minute. Hasn't fucking Haaland got more than that?
He was in the 3rd best. Canate's coming off there for James Milner, just in our screens. He may have, because he's only behind friggin' Suarez and Rooney, isn't he? Or was it Suarez and Rooney?
I don't know. Sverre Fredriksson, did you read that one out before? Season you'll get Bobby a new contract, for fuck's sake. That was 750 Icelandic.
I missed that one. That was the one that I missed. And then there's one finally from Ashley that says, I watch every final word. This is the first I look forward. This will be the first I look forward to in ages. Robbo made a big difference. You never walk alone.
Absolutely. Did you get Gay Nugent's member for 28 months? Scott Hawks won the signed jersey. I've heard, just do it. Yeah, we can't fix it. We wouldn't ever dream of fixing it. It's got to be fair. We'd love to be able to give it to Scott. I really would. He's done so much for supporting us over the years and stuff like that. But got to be fair. And I'm sure Scott would appreciate that as well. Canate, you beautiful human, says Tony's _37. Thiago sent another man for a hot dog with a shimmy, and I fucking loved it, said Abe. That he needs to teach that shimmy to people.
Everyone. Yeah. To everyone.
Well, it's impossible to
like
the football! The football!
Oh! There we go! He's taking the piss! He's back, baby!
My God!
Go on.
My God!
Yes! We got it, people! We got it!
Jesus Christ.
It feels good. It's a good
Look
release.
at this for the footy. Thiago, Fabinho, Thiago, Jota, Salah. Stop. Score.
Oh, it's incisive, mate. There he is, the Egyptian king.
In the penalty box with the ball at his feet. Who'd have thunked it? He can score goals. He can score goals.
I'm going to stop right here, right on the line, right there. 3 of yous around me, and I'm just going to bend it. It was like a putt. It was like he just...
He did.
Literally just putted it into the back of the net.
Oh, mate. He
just
stops. Everyone else moves. It opens the space for him, and he goes, thank you very much. I'm going to have a second goal. And we've got a new...
And you asked for 5?
I said 3-1, and we went 3-1. I said, I think we can get 5. Let's do it.
Wow.
I'm enjoying tonight, Errol. This has been a great night. I'm going to get myself a celebratory pizza and have a big wank when I get home. And it's going to be fucking fantastic.
I love that. Love that. Liverpool are 5-1 up, ladies and gents, away. At a ground where we thought, after a while, we was getting dragged down to Rangers level. But Klopp's come on, brought some changes on as well, and they just said, well, yeah, we'll go for the jugular. That's a great touch by Jota as well. That brings it down really well. Lays the ball off again. He's on a hat-trick!
Oh, no! You fucking sick bastard!
I'm done, you know. I'm done.
Wow, Mo Salah. Fucking hell. Give him the ball and he'll score the goals. He wants the ball in central areas. You give him the ball with a sight of fucking goal. He's going to put it in the bottom bin. It's 6-1 to Liverpool. In your face, Stu McDonald, you big Rangers fan.
Take 6.
Look at this. He just places it in the bottom corner of the goal.
Big up Jota though, you know. Big up man like Jota, because his touch was impeccable.
Uses his man, bend. Oh, he fucking.
And it kisses the post, you know. It kisses the post.
Got everything, man. Mamma mia.
The chutzpah on that.
The what?
The chutzpah. That's a Jewish term of slang, to be fair.
What's that mean?
Like it's like gravitas, but chutzpah. Like you got the chutzpah.
Chutzpah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Went to a Jewish school.
Nice. I like it. It's all good, King David.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
The king is back. Damn it, he's back. There you go. Get in the emperor. Yeah. Chutzpah. How many minutes was that hat-trick?
It feels nice to say that, doesn't it? The chutzpah.
You know what I mean? It's like the cojones, man.
I get that one. I understand that one.
I understood that one.
I'm on that one.
Yeah. Jota's touch is either impeccable or wanked. There's no in between.
Oh, Saltabunda says that's the fastest Champions League hat-trick. Is that true? 3 goals in 5 minutes. Oh my God, says John S. Oh my God, indeed. Bobby Firmino was run away man of the match until Mo Salah came on for 5 minutes.
He's like, I'm not having it. I'm not arsed. I'm not having it.
Oh, Jota! Oh, Salah!
Oh, and he wanted to get an assist. Oi, this thing's mad.
Oh my God.
Oh. And this is why, Liverpool at the minute, there's no in between. We're either fucking unbelievable or we're absolutely, like you said, wank and
dog shit.
We've turned up tonight. Oh my gosh, we've
Wasn't
turned
there
up.
a bet about
half.
Chris and his shirt coming off and flashing? I don't know about that. I'm sorry, mate.
Zach Sutton 1-1 in the first half. What a comeback.
I'd love to be there now. I'm really jealous of everyone that's there.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great place to be after being 1-0 down.
Ryan
You can't go
Rodgers.
down early in games too often because it's dead hard to come back.
And you
unless
think
it's
how much you've got to do it. I know. Think how much.
Thiago, that's just
Silly boy. Yellow. And even the ref knows.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to card you because you're Thiago, but you don't do that again.
He always points to the ball when he's fouled someone.
Yeah. Oh, he does actually get a little tiny.
I look at the disbelief on his
Slither.
face every time.
Ryan Rodgers with the $2 says it was 5 minutes. A 5-minute hattie.
Sick, mate. And like 2 of those finishes are very similar to each other. Obviously, one far post, one near post, but the little outside of the boot as well.
It's ridiculous.
Like it shouldn't be allowed. It's pure filth.
And we said we wanted that confidence to come back, and you know you can only beat what's in front of you. The Rangers haven't been fantastic. They've played a lot better football in the first half. They've not been able to sustain it. But this Liverpool team have found a gear that they've very rarely been able to find this season.
I really hope. Look,
under difficult circumstances.
In the next games, we've got to get Salah the ball in the penalty area. That's got to be the end of the Salah on the touchline experiment. It just has to be. He's the most deadly finisher at the football
That
club.
we've got. Yeah.
Get him the ball. He'll score the goals.
Because he finds the corners.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to keep it. Leaves the keeper with no chance. He eliminates the keeper from getting there. When we give him the balls in the right areas. Daz with the $2 super chat says it's pronounced chutzpah with plenty of phlegm. First H. Yeah, I'm Scouse. Yeah. Give me a pass. Yeah.
I got the phlegm on the go.
Yeah. Chutzpah. But the connotation was right? I used it in the right way, right?
I hope so.
There we go.
I hope so. I hope for your sake you did, because the internet never forgets. Jota, left wing, look at him, he's got Salah. He's got to go round him, you know.
He's running his man, he's running him.
Jota, left-hand side of the penalty area, wins a corner.
And he wins us a corner.
Come on, let's have 7. There's not many Rangers fans left in this ground now. Look at that stand.
Empty. Hitchin Baz with the £4.49 says, sorry, misread the stats. Aguero and Drogba on 36, Mo now on 28. Has to be with the Prem club. Okay.
I was going to say, because I know that he scored like 20 odd or something
Dortmund,
already with Dortmund and that, so I assumed he'd be past there after playing for, you know, a couple of games for City. Because he probably got about 9 this season in the Champions League. Liverpool corner, Kostas Tsimikas. Oh no, it's Robbo, fucking hell. Of course it's Robbo. Tsimikas isn't on the pitch. Not as good as Tsimikas, to be fair, Robbo.
Not from that corner, it wasn't.
He's better with the ball moving. I think Robbo, Kostas is better with the still ball.
Dead ball.
Yeah. Still ball. Fucking hell, Robbo. There you go. Get on your man, son. Carvalho's had a good game,
yeah, he has played the full 90 as well.
Thiago, Mo in the air.
Oh, why aren't you in that first time, legend? It doesn't matter! Oh,
Offside.
Son of a gun.
Jota should be scoring that shit,
He should
man.
be finishing
He
it.
tried to control it and embarrass the keeper, I think, but this time, he's fuming. I've just noticed we haven't got a spot. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
What
happened there?
Are you kidding me? Has it taken me till like the 90th minute?
Is he saying Salah's offside?
No, Salah's not. It's
He's on.
He's on.
It's got to be a goal. Jota's why?
That's a goal!
It's got to be.
That's a goal!
It's got to be.
That's a goal! Here we go. Goal check. Coming on. Here we go. Harvey Elliott, first Champions League goal, maybe.
Maybe.
Is it? I don't know if he scored in the Champions League before, has he? Does anyone know the stats on this? Is it going to be 6 second-half goals for Liverpool? Harvey Elliott, his fingers crossed.
He knows the importance of his face. He knows the...
Salah knows. He wants to be there for his mate. Big hugs from Salah. A little kiss on the back.
You're on.
Come on,
Just
Salah.
give it to him. Come on.
lad. It's a goal. It's got to be a goal. It's got to be a goal. Give us something. We won 7. Come on.
He's even praying for it. He's even asking the Pope. Come on.
This needs, it's onside. It has to be onside.
We can
He
see it
knows
without
it.
the lines. Come on, referee. The suspense is...
Oh. Yes!
There you go, baby.
Right, Harvey,
there
lads.
you go, baby. Go celebrate that young man.
It's right, Harvey, lads. You fucking love it. You love to see it.
And you do love to see it. What a reaction from this Liverpool team. Charlotte Hardy says, yes, we finally remember how to play football and the Egyptian king has his mojo back.
Oh, my
You
days.
never walk alone. 7 of the best.
4,431
We love you,
watching
Liverpool.
live.
We love you, Liverpool. Absolutely.
4,431 people watching us live. Thank you so much. If you're new here and you like the cut of our jib, then please subscribe. We're so close to 500,000. I think we're about 750 or 800 away now. We're giving away a signed Ibu Kanate shirt when we get there. How many? We are 710 away. Please. 710. There's a 7 and a 1 on the board. There was a 0 on the board at the very beginning.
This might be the closest I ever get to like $500,000 in my life. That could be $500,000 of anything. Come on.
I reckon. How many wheeze do you reckon you've had?
In your life?
Yeah. How many a day?
About 4 on average, maybe 5 on average a day.
On average a day. 365 days in a year.
Like
That's 1,000 a year.
yeah.
So you're only up to 30,000.
Yeah. See,
Wow.
this is what I mean.
Yeah. Interesting. How many, on average, if someone could... Alexa, how many wheeze on average does a person have in a day? Sorry, everyone.
You did this. You did this last time. Oh, mate, that's quality. Oh, do you know what? We've got Hitchin Baz with the £1.79 says Payjack is correct. Harvey's first Champions League goal.
Yes!
And Ryan Rogers with another $2 says we deserve a day like this. Enjoy this, the Reds. Yes, enjoy it, lads, ladies and gents. Enjoy. This has been a fantastic stream tonight, and Liverpool have not let us down.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Gomez, yeah, a little bit of nous there to get out, give the foul. Potential red card check.
What for?
Joe Gomez.
What's happened?
He's got away with it, like, because he was the last man, it looked like, and he kind of just brushed his player aside.
Ooh.
That would have been a bit of a dampener, and it would have been a silly thing.
Oh.
they're asking for handballs and penalties and everything. I'm surprised the Rangers players haven't left as well. They did. They
left at half time. I don't know what.
Thoroughly embarrassed.
I don't know what Klopp said to them at half time, but it fucking worked. So more of that, please. More of that. Kystrom 218 said, my Alexa said do one. You're lying. Alexa, play Si Senor by the Ragamuffins. You can thank me later.
LA for anyone else who hasn't got the Alexa. Come on. Marcus Davies with a bit of a random bit of general knowledge. In general, most adults urinate about once every 2 to 4 hours when awake, for a total of about 6 to 8 times in a 24-hour period.
Really?
Trigger warning.
Wow.
Yeah. Much appreciated. Neil O'Callaghan says, great with the 12 euros, pretty much says, great result tonight, desperately needed after the result against Arsenal. Hope to see you both next Wednesday against West Ham. It'll be my first game at Anfield. Hope to bring the look of the Irish with me. Oh, mate, I'm here in the studio next Wednesday. And it's actually man's birthday next week as well. So I'm here with bringing some birthday vibes. So Steve, wherever you are watching in the world, because I know you'll still be tuning in, you best bring me some birthday cake, bro.
Is he
still away?
He's in Florida, but he's in the Discord chat. I can see him in there.
So who's on with me next?
Oh, it might be Steve Plunkett, actually, to be fair.
Who's on with me next week?
I don't know, but
we'll find out. He best be bringing me birthday.
The final whistle has gone. It's the final whistle show. It's Chris Pajak. It's Errol Smith. Liverpool have just twatted and fucking ended Rangers more
than their European campaign.
We did it with chutzpah. It was fucking fantastic. 7 goals to 1. Did I say the right word?
You said the right
word.
Yes,
yes, I'm so happy.
Nailing it.
The right word.
Nailing it.
We did it with chutzpah. We did it with pizzazz, and we did it with a little bit of boom boom pow. Tonight, Liverpool 7 goals, Rangers 1 goal. Rangers scored the first goal. They poked the bear. They angered the bear. Errol. Liverpool second half came out and absolutely fucking ran away with it.
We did, and you know what, mate? I was really taken back by your energy at the beginning of all the shows. That you had a lot of excitement because you was like, I get excited watching Liverpool win. And now sitting here with the excitement that you've had for the last 20 minutes, I fully get it. And it's great because that's what it should feel like. There wasn't no angst. There was no squeaky bum time. There was no biting of nails. It was in that second half. That was the Liverpool that I remember seeing for so many games under Jurgen Klopp last season. And it's, again, finding that ruthless nature in being able to score goals from open play, taking the game away from a team in a short period of time. So it doesn't matter what you do after that. The game's dead and buried. We looked clinical tonight. We gave those away fans something to cheer and something to be happy about because there's not been enough moments like that. A couple of the guys said it in the the YouTube chat, basically alluding to the fact that we deserve the performance like this tonight and a result because we can only beat what's in front of us, but often teams that aren't on our level have been served up in front of us this season and we've not been able to steamroll them the way that we used to. So I am made up for the lads tonight. It was a much needed performance in terms of confidence. That's much needed as well. We will address the issues from the slow start and all that because that is a hangover that we still can't seem to shake off. But we grew into that game and we found a level of maturity and we found a level of control that we've not seen enough of.
No, and like that, look, I don't want to dwell on the first half because I didn't like it. I don't like talking about things that I don't like. I like talking about things that I like. It's just a natural human thing.
Your show, bro. Run it.
Yeah, absolutely. Second half, we had fucking 17 shots in the second half to 1. 8 shots on target to 0. That's the Liverpool that I want to see. Bobby Firmino, you mentioned it. He wasn't just knitting it together. He's not just been knitting it together anymore. He's the fucking tip of the spear, Bobby Firmino. And that Bobby Firmino knows how to finish the ball. He knows where to put it. He knows the touches. And when he's playing with confidence, like that pass for Nunes, mate.
There's no need for it. He doesn't need to make that pass. He does it because he's Bobby Firmino.
He could play it left-footed. He could play it right-footed, but he decides to go with the why wouldn't you? If you're Bobby Firmino,
I'm Brazilian. It's what I do.
Is there a word that you know that would just encapsulate that pass?
Sauce. He put the sauce all over it. Just
like Salt Bay, put salt on, like,
you know what I mean, like that. But that's the level of finesse that he adds to the game, and that's because he's a performer. Yeah. As you said, he could have just right foot, left foot pass and just laid it off because he's read the game and he knows the run that Nunes is already going to make. But the fact that he he does that with that level of confidence and that cockiness about him, again, just shows that that's not just a 1 goal in 5 or 6. That's a combination of being on 7 or 8 goals now with 4 assists in the last 2 months already. He's putting up some fantastic numbers for his own standard, and he is, by and large, well, up until he got substituted off, he was looking like he was going to be man of the match, mate.
He was, and then Salah comes in and breaks another record.
Just hold my beer. One of them moments, yeah.
Breaks a record again. How many? And we've almost forgotten how many records he's broken, because he broke so many. Yeah. But now he's got the fastest Champions League hat-trick ever. That's insane. Like 5 minutes something, I think. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I don't know what it is. It's insane how good this lad is right before City. Errol.
All the goals were quality.
Yeah.
They weren't scruffy goals. No. They weren't like just getting it over the line. He didn't bouncing off his arse. He meant every single one of them, executed them like a sniper would just be executing headshots in Call of Duty or something like that. Video games, guys, it's not real life. Like, he was on form completely, and you said it after, I think it might have been after the second goal, mate. Get him in and around the box for City. That touchline Salah, done away with it. Because when he's in and around the box, he is our most deadliest finisher that we've got available to us. And I think we haven't played to that strength enough, because he's not been the provider or the finisher.
He's created a lot of chances.
But
Bobby Firmino, I think he had 1 more assist than Bobby had into this. I think he might have had 4 assists in the Premier League as opposed to Bobby's 3 or something. But that's like 4 assists or 10 goals. What would you rather have?
Yeah, I want the goals. Yeah, 100% I'd rather have the goals. And he's got it, and he's got a little bit of everything about him. And I think there'll be a time and place. Again, it's about, for me, how do you get Salah, Núñez, and this new rejuvenated Bobby in and around the box centrally, but still have a little bit of width so you're not too narrow. That is probably a headache that Klopp hadn't anticipated, but it's probably the first headache all season that he's going to welcome. Because that's clear that, we were talking about before, what's the archetypical type of goal that Liverpool score at the minute? We haven't got one, but we know we've got 3 players there that if you put them in and around the box, they will finish and they will slot. How do you do it? Add in Jota when he's on form and he's in a position to do that. You've got 4 that you can interchange between them, but you just need to find the right level of width that comes with that as well.
We'll talk about Jota on the Instant Match Reaction show on Redmen Plus in a bit. We're going to do probably 20-25 minutes over there a little bit later on this evening when we've had a little bit chance to reflect on it and stuff. I want to talk about Jota because he seems to be quite malleable at the moment for me. Seems to be able to play any position that we want him to play. Like, he's got his strengths. I thought, oh God, he's a finisher.
Yeah, that's
and then now I'm looking and going, he's a fucking good 10 there as well. He linked the play and stuff. We will speak about him, but big thank you from me and from Errol for today, for joining us on this watch along. It's been really fun. I fucking massively love doing these watch along with Errol. I think he's a fucking breath of fresh air. Yeah, massive. So thank you to you, of course. Thank you to Joe and to Steve and to Dan who are working tonight with us. Thank you to everybody who's watching, who's getting us closer and closer to that 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know if I can have a final figure from today, if that's okay, mate. We're 650 away. I think we were about 1,200 away today, or maybe more. So thank you to everybody who's just fucking joined us.
Big stream. I miss. It's the City one. You've got to do it for the channel.
Please do.
That'd be massive.
I'd love to.
And I'm gutted I'm not on it now as well. I'm gutted I'm not on it.
You might get to be really happy when we go back to being shit at the weekend. Yeah. But not now. Liverpool just put 7 past a British side, nay, a Scottish side in the Champions League. We're looking good. We're now 6 points ahead of Ajax. Napoli are on 12. We could still turn this round. The goal difference has had a massive turn for the better for us as well.
That'll be interesting now as well, the head-to-head.
So now it's 13 goals, plus 13 for Napoli. It's plus 6 for us. We're still a way off, but we were level pegging, I think, before that. Ajax on 3. We need a point to get through this group against either Ajax or Napoli.
Feel a lot more confident getting a point now. Absolutely. After that kind of performance in this competition, you've got to feel confident that we'll get a point between Ajax away and Napoli at home. Yeah. Like, you've got to.
Yeah. So fingers crossed Liverpool can do it. But right now, it's on to the fan reaction show with Errol in about 5-10 minutes time on YouTube. Then we'll be into the player ratings. Spoiler, Salah gets a 10. The quickest 10 I've ever given him. It's a record-breaking 10, just like his record-breaking hat-trick. Got a couple of super chats before we go, so thanks everyone for them as well. You're all absolute fucking legends. Gareth Baird, a member for 24 months. Don't go to the screen on this one, Joe. Let's do the same on Sunday without letting one in. You'll never walk alone. Scott Hawks, US dollars 25. Thank you very much. Big up Jürgen, went from a 4-4-2 spread wide with central midfield too far from Darwin, then moved Harvey and Fabio closer to a 4-2-2-2. It was a different game. Mo's back. Bobby was great, but well done, the kids. I thought they were all brilliant. We'll discuss that a little bit more. Yeah, great shout again. Thanks again, Scott. You are the best of us. Gav Red, 449. Thank you so much, mate. Thanks, lads, for a great night. We needed that. Happy birthday, Errol, when it comes. Hope it brings us a wee bit of luck. We need the momentum. So big up Errol as well. It's his birthday next Wednesday. He's going to be here on Watchalong duty, spending his birthday with the Reds and with every one of you. And if that doesn't deserve a subscribe to the channel on YouTube and get us one closer to 500,000, I don't know what does. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time in 10 minutes time.
Hi everybody, thanks for watching the show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a like on the way out. Did you know you could get some hoodies, t-shirts and any accessories from redmenmerch.com? So head on over there now and grab yourself something.